I fell into a ring of fire. I fell into a burning ring of fire. I went down, 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 and the flames went higher. And it burns, 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 the ring of fire, the ring of fire. I fell into a burning ring of fire. I went down, 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 and the flames went higher. And it burns, 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 the ring of fire, the ring of fire. The taste of love is sweet when hearts like ours meet. I fell for you like a child. Oh, but the fire went wild. I fell into a burning ring of fire. I went down, 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 and the flames went higher. And it burns, 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 the ring of fire, the ring of fire. I fell into a burning ring of fire. I went down, 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 and the flames went higher. And it burns, 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 the ring of fire, the ring of fire. And it burns, 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 the ring of fire, the ring of fire, the ring of fire, the ring of fire.
Gone through a standing in line to clubs I'll never get in. It's like the bottom of the ninth and I'm never gonna win this. Life hasn't turned out quite the way I want it to be.
Tell me what you want.
I want a brand new house on an episode of Cribs and a bathroom I can play baseball in, and a king-size tub big enough for 10 plus me.
What you need?
I'll need a credit card that's got no limit and a big black jet with a bedroom in it. Gonna join the Mile High Club at 37,000 feet.
Been done.
I want a new tour bus full of old guitars, mine star on Hollywood Boulevard. Somewhere between Cher and James Dean is fine for me.
So how you gonna do it?
I'm gonna trade this life for fortune and fame. I'd even cut my hair and change my name. Cause we all just wanna be big rock stars and live in hilltop bosses driving 15 cars. The girls come easy and the drugs come cheap. Well, I'll stay skinny cause we just won't eat. And we'll hang out in the coolest bars and the VIP with the movie stars. Every good gold digger's gonna wind up there. Every playboy bunny with a bleached blonde hair. And well, hey, hey, I wanna be a rock star. Hey, hey, I wanna be a rock star. I wanna be great like Elvis without the tassels. Hire 8 bodyguards that love to beat up assholes. Sign a couple autographs so I can eat my meals for free.
I have the quesadilla.
I'm gonna dress my ass with the latest fashion. Get a front door key to the Playboy Mansion. Gonna date a Santa phone that loves to blow my money for me.
So how you gonna do it?
I'm gonna trade this life for fortune and fame. I'd even cut my hair and change my name. Cause we all just wanna be big rock stars and live in hilltop bosses driving 15 cars. The girls come easy and the drugs come cheap. Well, I'll stay skinny cause we just won't eat. And we'll hang out in the coolest bars and the VIP with the movie stars. Every good gold digger's gonna wind up there. Every playboy bunny with a bleached blonde hair. And we'll hide out in the private rooms with the latest dictionary of today's who's who. They'll get you anything with that evil smile. Everybody's got a drug dealer on speed dial. Well, hey, hey, I wanna be a rock star. We're gonna sing those songs that offend the senses. Gonna pop my pills from a Pez dispenser. Get washed up singers writing all my songs. Lip sync them every night so I don't get them wrong. Well, we all just wanna be big rock stars and live in it.
Welcome to Claremont Motorsports Park, and we're ready to get excited to get going here with Casella Waste Management Night at the Track. Make sure we thank Casella Waste Management for helping us out and getting you guys that $5 night here. We hope you guys enjoy the evening. My name is Ryan. I'm filling in for Nick. Marco's going to be hopping on momentarily, and we're going to get this thing rolling really, really quick here. So, Marco, how are you doing tonight?
Oh, just fabulous. And can't wait for Casella night. Double points on the line for all divisions. Champions are going to be crowned. And we're looking forward to an action-packed full night of racing.
And here they come rolling onto the track. We got the near sportsman division rolling out first. We're going to ask you folks to bide with us a little bit as we kind of work through their roster here for the near cars.
All right, we've got a combination of modifieds and sportsman division cars out there in the near class tonight. Paul Jakes looks to be the pole sitter, car number 8. And alongside is the 44, James Allen.
And on the next row in the 57, that's David Blanchard from Middleborough, Mass. They're outside the 0 of Henry Stample.
Gomer Taylor's in the 03, a veteran racer from Massachusetts. And on his outside, well, we can't even see.
I think that's the 110, or it's scheduled to be the 110 car.
Kurt Snow out of West Warren, Massachusetts.
The 9 is going to bring up on the inside next. The 9 is going to be Scott Clements. To his outside is the 29. That's a Dave Dion tribute car for Dave Manning out of Berlin, Vermont.
Still plenty of cars out there, including that beautiful coupe number 58. That's a late arrival to my list.
It looks like I got Jeremy Huntoon, maybe?
Yeah, okay. Originally listed as number 5. Jeremy Huntoon from Bradford, Vermont. As the near cars get ready to go, hey, at the back of the pack, it's the Bear Ridge Speedway owner-promoter Butch Elms in car 6.
That's a pretty-looking car out there, Marco.
And
the 5 is actually out there, too, I think, and that's Dennis David. Dennis David's going to be in that 5 car.
And this is the heat race. The lights are down on the pace car. We're about to get underway with tonight's action. The near cars, sportsmen and modifieds combining for their heat and feature action tonight on Casella night. Casella celebrating 50 years this year.
Green flag, and we're racing. They tumble into turn 1 and 2, and they're going to head down that backstretch and thunder, and it they go.
Jakes is your leader. Paul Jakes out of Rhode Island. Out in front. Dave Blanchard trying to chase him down. Now Blanchard has been racing that car for over 30 years. I think frequently won street stock features all over southern New Hampshire back in the 80s and 90s. And it's still going strong. Blanchard trying to chase down your leader. Paul Jakes continues to lead. Blanchard closing in. Bruce Gomer Taylor in the 03 rides third.
The battle for 4th is heating up as the 0 of Henry Stample and the, let's see here, what do we got there? The 44, I believe, of James Allen battling it out, and they settle into 4th and 5th.
Lap traffic might become a factor for your race leader, Paul Jakes. Car number 8, Blanchard moving up to his rear bumper. In turn number 4, Dave Blanchard, the 57, trying to challenge your race-long leader as Gomer Taylor closes in with the 03.
Lap traffic continues to play a factor here as they battle in. We got popsicle sticks, 2 to go at the line.
Paul Jakes out in front. Blanchard all alone second in the 57. Then Gomer Taylor, the front 3. Well in front of the rest of the New England Antique Racers field. White flag, 1 lap to go.
The top 3 continue to set a blistering pace as they're going to come back around and collect the checkered flag. It's the 8 car of Paul Jakes taking the win, the 57 car, followed by the 03 and the 0 and 44 are going to round out the field as we search through these names.
All right, Blanchard second, Taylor third, and they'll be back for a main event later on this evening. Up next, the La Valley Lumber Pure Stock Division. 15 cars strong tonight. We'll have a pair of heat races.
Yeah, and we're going to get going here now with the lineup here as we take that look over here. Starting on the inside on the pole, it's going to be Tyler Wheatley from Brookfield, Vermont. His outside, the 14 of Wyatt Hosington.
Nathan Waterman starts inside of row number 2. He's aboard car number 8. And to his outside, Chris Chambers out of Chelsea, Vermont in the 20.
Row number 3 is going to bring in the 78 junior. That's Carter Conroy from Newport, New Hampshire. To his outside, Jeremy Ruggieri out of Unity, New Hampshire, piloting the number 9 tonight.
Matthew Jeffers out of Springfield, Mass. in car number 72. And bringing up the rear, Josh Snide from Chester, Vermont. He's wheeling car number 7. Pure Stocks, 8 laps, heat number 1. About a lap away from the green flag. It is championship night. Double points on the line. Colton Hull, who will be in heat number 2, holding a 32-point advantage entering tonight's action.
Caution flag is going to stay out momentarily as we get flagman Chris Horton a new radio because communication is going to be key tonight. This point battle, Marco, that's wrapping up. We've got double points tonight. It's might shake some things up.
4 spots, 4 points per spot, even in the heat races, could shuffle things a little bit. But as we mentioned, it's a 32-point advantage entering tonight's action for Colton Hull. He'll be in car 51 in our second heat race. Pure Stocks, 15 strong tonight, 2 heat races. It's Casella night. Casella's celebrating 50 years. They're in 7 states now. They started out as a 1-truck operation in 1975, and look at them now. Glad to have them on board tonight, and many of you are glad as their support got you in for $5 tonight. All right, field gets the command. Cross over and get ready as we prepare for 8 laps of action in Pure Stock Heat number 1. Hopefully the lights go down on the pace car this time by, and we'll be a lap away from action.
Chief Start Chris Horton giving him the look over, saying next time we are going green. Lights are out around the track. The pace car is going to shut their lights off and duck into the infield. We're going to be going green this time.
Tyler Wheatley on the inside, Wyatt Hosington starting from outside of row number 1. The light's still on the pace car. That's not what we wanted to see.
All right, we're just keeping things interesting tonight, Marco. Maybe lights are going out. Leo Martin has shut the lights out on the pace car. He's going to look to duck into the infield on the backstretch. Wheatley is going to look to have a solid run here and maybe lock up that Rookie of the Year as well.
And the pace car is in. Double points are on the line. Pure Stocks. Heat 1, it's underway.
Green flag, the 31 of Wheatley gets a jump into turn number 1 and 2. The 78 is going to give chase behind the 8X of Lantis.
Nathan Waterman up to run second. Behind your race leader, Tyler Wheatley, with a big advantage after 1 lap has been completed. Wheatley in the 31. Waterman runs second, and he's got lots of company. Carter Conroy and Chris Chambers right on his rear bumper.
Battle for third heating up as Chambers looks to the outside of Carter but cannot make it stick as they head down the back chute. Conroy with a little tap on Waterman saying, knock, knock, I'm here.
Yeah, Conroy trying to make some racing room with car 78. He's looking stout. in the inside groove as Tyler Wheatley builds his advantage while 3 cars duke it out for position number 2. Conroy on the inside moves up, and into second position.
Chambers is going to look to follow the leader and follow Conroy through as they work around lap traffic here. Conroy is going to take it down 3 wide on the backstretch.
Oh, lap traffic becoming a factor early in the pure stock night. Tyler Wheatley looking strong, the 31. Leads the 78 Carter. Conroy, still a good battle, ongoing for third. Give the spot to Chambers for now with car 20.
2 to go at the line. Chris Horton says we got 2 more laps. Chris Wheatley looking to take it to the checker.
Tyler Wheatley well in front. Conroy running second and starting to pull away from third place Chris Chambers. Also close behind Nathan Waterman in the 8. White flag, 1 to go.
Wheatley is going to power down the backstretch as Chambers is getting to the bumper of Conroy down the backstretch. Does he have time to make the pass? He looks to the low side out of turn number 4, is not going to make it. He's going to hold on. Wheatley takes the win in heat race number 1.
Carter Conroy crosses the line second in the 78, then the 20, Chris Chambers. Car number 8, Nathan Waterman ends up 4th. Wyatt Hosington rounds out the top 5 with car number 14, and the Pure Stocks kick things off on Casella Waste Management double points night, championship night here at Claremont Motorsports Park. Pure Stocks in heat number 2, rolling onto the speedway.
Here we go as they go. We're going to take a look over the starting lineup. Starting on the pole, number 56, Griffin Decato. To his outside, it's the 41D. That's Gage Dillingham.
James Zelman up from Greenfield, Mass. in the 29 will start third. On his outside, car 51, Colton Hall from Windsor. He's the points leader.
Next on the grid, it's the 57. We like to see him in victory lane a lot here. That's Kyle Kenny. To his outside, it's scheduled to be the 16X. That's Travis Hand.
And Ethan Mayette will bring up the rear with car 40. Pure Stocks, heat 2, 8 laps long. Griffin Decato leading them down to the green flag.
Green flag is out and we are racing. The 29K dives it in 3 wide into turn 1. Will it make it work? They all make it through 3 wide down the backstretch as they beat and bang, heading to turn number 3.
5 cars duking it out in a pack up front. Zelman on the inside, moving up, and even with the 41. Gage Dillingham, and Dillingham can't make it stick on the outside. Zelman's your leader.
Dillingham battling back outside on the outside of the 57 to Kenny as they battle. Gets a little sideways coming out of 4 and is going to lose that spot. Colton Hall looks to capitalize and drives it in deep into turn 1.
The points leader up to third, trying to wrap up his title on Casella double points night. Hull going wheel to wheel with Dillingham for position number 3.
Zelman continues to check out and can pull away, but Kenny says, no, I've changed my mind. I'm coming to this party.
They're approaching the halfway indicator. James Zelman, your leader. Kyle Kenny trying to chase him down in car 57. Halfway through heat 2 for the Pure Stocks.
Kenny is on the back bumper of Zelman down the backstretch. He's going to look low. He's going to look high. What is he going to do coming off of turn 4 here, folks?
Side by side. That's what Kenny wants. He can't find the lane to get alongside Zelman in the 29. Now he'll cross over and look down low. Headed into turn 3. Kenny trying to find a way by Zelman in front of the Pure Stock field.
This is the battle that Colton Hall wants to see if he has any time with 2 laps remaining to catch this. As Kenny dives it back down the inside on the backstretch, he just cannot get the drive off to complete that pass. Little bit of tap and contact. White flag.
Out in front, Zellman leads it in the 29. Kenny in the 57. He could use a few more points as Colton Hull is 32 points ahead of Kenny entering tonight's action, and he's only going to make up for here as the checkered flag drops. Zellman wins it in the 29. Second goes to the 57, Kyle Kenny. Then the points leader, Colton Hull, car 51. Gage Dillingham ends up fourth. He drives car number 41, and rounding out the top five, Griffin Decato in car 56.
Well, Marco, watching that action, I'm looking forward to the feature later on this evening.
And the Pure Stocks, double points.
R.E. Hinckley Super Street time for heat races. Let's take a look at our starting lineup on the pole. Out of Heartland, Vermont, the 41 of Travis Sykes. To his outside calls Enfield, New Hampshire home. It's the 73 of Joe Tatro.
The 88 will grid third. That's David Thibodeau of Heartland, Vermont. On his outside, the 00, the very familiar 00 for Brandon Gray of East Thetford.
Row 3 raises the 91 of the rowdy one, Robert Hagar. To his outside, the 31K, Cody Schoolcraft.
The 55, the very familiar Robbie Streeter machine from Canaan. And on his outside, Ryan Farwell in the 42, also from Canaan.
Starting shotgun on the field out of Claremont, New Hampshire, it's the 32 of Travis Case.
R.E. Hinckley Super Streets. Scheduled for 10 laps. There's the green flag.
Side by side into turn one, Tatro and Sykes are battling down the back stretches. Tatro takes the advantage.
Right behind them, Brandon Gray, already a contender in the 00 as the 41 slips and slides a bit. Tatro to the front, but here comes the 00.
Not too far behind them, it's the 31K of Schoolcraft as he looks to get around the 41 of Sykes as they fall single file 1 through 4.
Also making forward progress and into the top five, Robert Hagar, car number 91. Up in front, Gray makes a bid for the lead.
Schoolcraft to the inside on the backstretch. Battles down in through 3 and 4, and he's going to take the third spot. Coming out of turn number 4 down the front stretch as Gray looks for the top spot.
Out in front, Joe Tatro, the 73, and he's got a mirror full of Brandon Gray. Gray tips to the outside to challenge the race leader.
Gray is going to see if he can make that outside work tonight as he looks to do the crossover out of turn number 2, and he pulls along the backside, down the inside on the backstretch.
That great battle has allowed Cody Schoolcraft to make it a 3-car race up in front. Still Tatro in front. Gray tries the outside groove in the 00.
Uh-oh, he's going to have to look in that mirror. Schoolcraft is all over the back of the bumper of Gray and Tatro coming down the front stretch. It's a 3-man battle for first.
Hagar wants to make it a 4-car race. The 91 trying to run that lead trio down.
Robbie Streeter driving in, takes a pass for 5th, and he's looking to join the party too.
They're side by side in front of the field. On the inside, the 73 Tatro working the high groove. Brandon
Contact.
Gray. And it could be 3 wide. They almost opened the door for Schoolcraft in the 31.
Popsicle sticks this time, 2 more laps of side by side hard. R.E. Hinckley Super Street Racing as Gray has the advantage at the line.
Gray working the high side. He'll take position 1 away from Joe Tatro as the white flag waves. Just 1 lap to go.
Gray comfortably settles in, a little contact from Tatro, but starts to pull away. They run 1, 2, 3. as they come towards the line. Checkered flag in the air. Brandon Gray is going to take your heat race win.
Second goes to the 73, Joe Catro. Then the 91, Robert Hagar, ends up third in front of the 55. No, that was Cody Schoolcraft third. Can't read the scoreboard. Hagar fourth in the 91, and Streeter rounds out the top 5 in car 55. R.E. Hinckley Super Streets return for their double point championship main event of 25 laps later on this evening. I hope it's 25. Clearly, we're guessing. We should turn the lights on. And
it's 25, Marco. Your eyes are not that bad yet. Good job. Next on the track, we're going to have the Tour Type late models for 10 laps of qualifying action. So we got a little bit of time here, just a few minutes, as Brandon Gray is going to jump from his Super Street and he's going to jump in the late model because he's doing double duty tonight. This gives us a little bit of time to take a look at some of the point standings going on out there. So we take a look at our Tour Type late models, and no surprise to the average fan, Aaron Fellows, the 29 New Hampshire, has a solid lead of 442 points. But Stephen Donahue, the 26 Vermont, sits only 6 points behind him, and with double points tonight, that could shake things up solid here. We take a look further back. Craig Smith in the 23 New Hampshire sitting in third. Aaron Fellows Jr. sits in fourth, and Alan Fellows is going to be your fifth place hitter right now with 280 points, Marco.
4 points per spot in the heat, in the feature, so things could be up for grabs at the top of the late model title battle.
It's a family affair, actually, if I look at this closely enough, Marco.
Yeah, well, it's easy for us half-blind people to confuse the 329 cars all with the same last name, but anyway, as you mentioned, it's a 6-point difference between Aaron Fellows and Stephen Donahue, and it's a doable. It's a doable. But as you say, Craig Smith, some 70 points behind, and I'm so confused by that lineup that is on the race day TV screen. Anyway, Casella is celebrating 50 years. Casella Waste Systems, they're sponsoring tonight's action. They're the reason grandstand tickets were $5 tonight. 50 years of waste management by Casella. They started out as a one-truck operation in 1975, and look at them now, 7 states strong. Here come the late models.
We got 2 heats of late model qualifying action taking place tonight, which is throwing us a little bit up here because we expected to see them all out there on that one grid. But starting on the pole, he's moved up from the Super Streets. That's the 5 New Hampshire, Claremont, New Hampshire's Aiden White. To his outside, we've talked about him earlier, that's Aaron Fellows Jr. and the 29 JR.
All right, and Craig Smith will be inside of row number 2 in car 23. And second place pointsman Stephen Donahue starts in position number 4 aboard the car number 26.
Starting 5th on the field. He just jumped out of the Super Street. That's Brandon Gray in this 00 Vermont. And to his outside, it's the 21 car, Ackworth, New Hampshire's Ryan Bell.
Laps for the late models.
Get a little heat in those tires, boys. We're going to be going racing, looks like, next time around. They're going to come back to lights out.
All right. right. Field gets the command to crossover. The lights are down on the pace car. 10 laps in the heat to help set the grid for a 35-lap late model main event later on tonight. Aiden White on the inside, fellows, in the high groove. We're underway.
Aiden White gets a solid jump out to take the lead in 1 and 2 as they battle 2 by 2 for second and third. Craig Smith takes control of the second spot as things start to shake out as Brandon Gray is going to follow him too. Donahue is following that low line as well down the backstretch.
Gray underneath the 23 of Smith. They're battling for second position as Aiden White stretches his lead in front of the late model field.
That is the view Aiden White wants in his mirror, battling side by side behind him as he pulls away on lap number 3.
Donahue desperately trying to break out of the box and gain a few points in car 26. He's got a shot at taking the title tonight, entering the action just 6 points behind Aaron Fellows in a car 29. Donahue closing on second place, Brandon Gray in the 00 as we hit the halfway point in heat number 1.
Donahue is going to want to win this heat race to help himself not potentially lose any points with Aaron Fellows, the elder Aaron Fellows, running in the next heat race.
Donahue closing on Gray as the laps tick away. Aiden White in command, heat number 1 for the Tour Type late models.
Looks like the handling of the 5 car has gone away a little bit as Gray ducks it down the inside, going down the backstretch.
Donahue closing on that battle as well. 3 cars under the old proverbial blanket. Only 2 laps to go. Side by side for the lead. Gray works his way up the inside. Donahue almost wanted to make it 3 wide there. White flag waving, 1 lap to go.
Gray takes the lead on lap number 9. Donahue is going to look to gain what he can as Aiden White battles back on the outside of Gray, heading into turn number 3.
Checkered flags in the air. It's going to fall for Brandon Gray, the 00. Gray, your winner. Aiden White second in car 5, then the 26. Stephen Donahue. Craig Smith, the 23, Aaron Fellows Jr., the 29, rounding out the top 5. And heat 2 for the late models rolls out next.
All right, here we go as we give the starting grid a look over here. On the backstretch, they go down. On the pole, in the 29F, the elder statesman of the Fellows family, that is Alan Fellows. To his outside, the 97, from Belmont, New Hampshire, Patrick Patton.
Superman! And your points leader, Aaron Fellows, car number 29 from Croydon, starts inside of the second row. Jarrett Curtis, car number 8 out of Rutland, Mass, will start 4th on the grid.
Starting shotgun in the 5th spot, the 28, New Hampshire. From Sunapee, New Hampshire, it's the radical one, Ricky Bly.
So,
10 laps will be the distance, correct?
10 laps, 6 points was the advantage held by Fellows prior to the heat race. Donahue only managed to finish 3rd.
Lights are out on the pace car. Leo Martin's going to duck it in on the backstretch. We're going green this time.
Alan Fellows, Pat Patton, Sharon, row number 1, late models of the tour type. 10 laps, they're underway.
Contact in turn 1 and 2. They stay straight and they battle side by side on the backstretch. Aaron Fellows jarts underneath Patton for second.
Up in front, it's Alan Fellows, but he's going to open the door for Aaron Fellows. Superman to the front, and he'll pad the point lead by 8 entering the main event if he can hang on to that spot until the checkered flag. Fellows and Fellows out in front. They're almost 3 wide for last behind them.
3-car battle for third as Curtis and Patton battle side by side, and Bly is looking for any way he can to get around them and get out there and battle with the Fellows.
Jarrett Curtis is the best of the rest, car number 8. On the inside, battling the 97 Pat Patton. Out in front, Superman leads the field, looking for yet another Tour Type Late Model Championship. He won the Tour Type Late Model Championship here last year, the first year the division ran on a weekly basis.
Single file they run as Aaron Fellows, the Superman, continues to check out and dominate this field. But Ricky Bly is all over the back bumper of Curtis, heading into turn number 3.
Yeah, that's the most entertaining battle on the racetrack. Bly in the 28, working on the back bumper of Curtis in the 8 with Pat Patton. Having the best seat in the house to watch that battle. Less than 2 laps to go. Castellanite, double points. Aaron Fellows, Patton his points lead, entering the main event. Here's the white flag, 1 lap to go.
Single file down the backstretch they go. Chris Horton's got the checkered flag in hand. Aaron Fellows is going to take heat race number 2 in the Tour Type Late Models.
Second goes to Alan Fellows in the 29, and Jarrett Curtis, car number 8. Ricky Bly, the 28. Pat Patton, the 97, rounding out the top 5. The Tour Type Late Models will return with a 35-lap main event later on tonight.
If my math is correct, Aaron is going to come in with a 14-point lead.
And I would guess you are correct.
I wouldn't.
Hey, it's outlaw time.
Outlaw Late Models. On the pole in the 10, that is going to be Stephen Bly. To his outside, it's the 09. That's going to be Robbie Streeter.
Ooh, Eric Lanoux in the middle of the pack with the L15, and then the other 15, you know, I hate to say it, good-looking 15 that says Fraser's Place on the back. We like that. That's Tyler Lesgood.
In the next row, the 8 New Hampshire. That's Guy Karen out of Leominster, New Hampshire. And to his outside, Ben Lambert's going to be piling in the 2-car tonight.
Guy Karen, of course, the reigning champion of the Outlaws.
Chris Horton looks over the field as they come into the 603 Metalworks Collision restart zone. Green flag, we're racing. Contact at the front between the 10 and the 09 as the 10 starts to pull away on Streeter, but Streeter's battling back on the outside of Bly.
Oh, and a little bit of smoke rolling off that third place machine. Tyler Lescourt, smoke rolling from the right rear on the first lap. And already looking strong in heat number 1. Guy Karen, look at him. Challenge for 3rd position.
Bly continues to lead with Streeter all over his rear bumper, but it won't be long before Guy Karen enters this conversation.
Westgard's 4th, and the front 4 well in front of the rest of the outlaw field. Out in front, Bly in the 10 sets the pace. Karen makes a bid for 2nd spot.
Streeter got a little loose coming off of 2, and Karen was there to pounce, and now he's all over that back bumper, that 09 Streeter construction machine.
The front 3 pulling away from Tyler Lesgord and the rest of the Outlaws. Lanoux goes around in turn 2, makes a little off-track excursion, and rejoins the fray. Outlaws better than halfway through heat number 1.
Bly continues to lead. Streeter is looking for any way he can to get a run around him, but he can just not get the bite he needs coming off the corner.
Guy Karen closing on that lead battle. Car number 8 looking strong again tonight. He was last year's champion, and he was last week's main event winner. 2 laps to go at the line. The front 3 are nose to tail.
Less than 2 laps to go as they power down the backstretch. Bly, Streeter, and Karen come to the white flag.
And the same front 3 start to separate. Stephen Bly on his way to a heat race victory. Bly takes the checkered flag in outlaw heat number 1. Second goes to Streeter in the 09. Guy Karen 3rd with car 8, then Tyler Lesgord in the 15, and Ben Lambert to round out the top 5 with the car number 2. Outlaws, well, they'll be back for a main event of 25 laps later on.
One more heat race for them, I believe.
Of course, we do have one more heat race.
And then we head into some fun stuff.
If you call it fun.
Racing is always fun. On the backstretch, let's take a look at our starting grid for the heat race number 2 for the Outlaws. In the 28, out of Leominster, New Hampshire, it's Josh Rule. To his outside, out of Enfield, New Hampshire, the 79 machine, piloted by Trevor Rock.
3rd on the grid, it's the 77 from Baltimore, Vermont, Cam Curtis. On his outside, a frequent winner in the division, Ben Poland from Charlestown in the 00.
Starting 5th, out of Ascutney, Vermont, it's the Weasel, Chris Renault in the Ford Vermont. To his outside, making his outlaw debut, a former Ridge Runner competitor at the Hudson Speedway, that's Drake Mass's Ricky Morocco in the 7 Mass.
Outlaws, our final heat race of the evening. 10 laps the distance, we're underway. Look at Cam Curtis. We got trouble in turn 2. Curtis was fun to watch on the start, but
Morocco doing Morocco things. I watched him test that thing at Hudson last week, and he just doesn't quite have the handling figured out yet.
Yeah, Hudson Speedway, the original family fun track.
That is right. They have their championship night this Sunday afternoon, 1 o'clock start time for those of you looking for something to do on Sunday afternoon. And then as we ramp up our season tonight, next week, Friday night, Lee USA Speedway. What's going on, Marco, at Lee USA Speedway next Friday?
Well, of course, the Granite State Pro Stock Series with Tyler Reddick in the field.
You're going to want to see it. It's Cup Night at Lee USA Speedway, the Keen Auto Parts 150. Tyler Reddick is going to be competing in a Granite State Pro Stock Series race. That's going to be a fun one.
Tell your friends.
We do want to again thank Casella Waste Management for sponsoring tonight's action here.
We may have told you once or twice.
I think it's their 50th year. Is that right, Marco? I think I've heard that tonight. You know, we can't thank our sponsors enough. We can't thank you fans enough for coming out here this evening and joining us on this wonderful Friday evening. Without you fans, without these racers, without our sponsors that you see all across the backstretch as well, we would not be able to be here for you folks for this fun, entertaining evening. Lights are out, doubling them up. We're sending them green next time.
All right. Outlaws. Green flag.
Throttle down as Rock Powers on the outside of the lead. Poland looks to join him.
And Curtis gets another good run. This time it's on the backstretch. He's underneath everybody into second position.
Morocco goes around again in turn number 3, and caution will fly once more as we are not. Were we able to complete a lap there, Marco?
I
don't
really couldn't tell you.
I don't know. I can't count that high. Now, Morocco's going to get that thing fired up, maybe. Maybe not. That wouldn't be the worst thing sometimes.
Hudson International Speedway. I love that place. You know, you realize, like, I did like about 15 years in the booth there just before Johnny.
Yeah, a hard time, I heard. You know,
Yeah.
and then some 12-year-old punk came in and kicked you out. That's what I heard.
That's about what happened.
Okay, yeah. Well, and now John Espinet's the general manager of the track, and he's not up there too often himself, though. He did grab the microphone a few weeks ago on Labor Day Thrill Show. For those that missed it, there was vans flying, campers flying. They got another one of those shows at the end of October. You're not going to want to miss that either.
I live in Coos County, and I know people from my neighborhood that went to Hudson. That's a long, long drive.
Whew. Yeah, that's more than an hour.
Yeah.
All right, lights are back out. We're doubling it up. Chris Horton's giving them a look over, saying, I want you side by side coming out of turn number 4.
All right. Trevor Rock, Cam Curtis, Ben Poland. Here we go.
That outside groove is working on the restart here tonight as Cam Curtis powers the 77 machine to the lead.
Look at Ben Poland make a run underneath Chris Riendo and on the backstretch, and they got a whale of a battle going for third behind your race leader Curtis, and second place Trevor Rock. Look at Poland on the move.
Contact out of 4 between Rando and Poland, but they keep it straight as they battle and look to take over the second spot from Rock.
Rock drifting a bit wide, opens the door for Ben Poland in the 00. Poland's up to second position.
Riendo is going to follow suit as he drives underneath Rock, and they look to chase down Curtis for the top spot.
Out in front, Cam Curtis looking stout. The Gut Duck Club rig is pulling away from the rest of the outlaw field.
Ross sticks at the line halfway. We're halfway through. 5 more to go in heat race action.
Cam Curtis, the Baltimore Vermont racer. Very stout tonight. Poland not able to reel him in with the 00. Chris Riendo's running third in the 4, the Weasel. And, you know, it's awful good there when your sponsor even has menu items named after you. There is a Weasel Burger on the menu at Fraser's Place. And I will tell you, it is an excellent choice.
Well, let's head there next.
Oh, I was there on the way here.
Waste no time. 2 to go. Popsicle sticks are in the air.
Oh, they do close at 8 o'clock.
A little early. Maybe Parks can announce and we'll just take off.
All right. White flag, Cam Curtis in front. All right, checkered flag. Curtis wins it in the 77, second to 00 Ben Poland, then Chris Riendo in the 4, the 79 Trevor Rock. And the 28 Josh Ruel, I think he gets 5th. Anyway, heat races are over. Main events about to get underway. On Casella Waste Management Night. Double points on the line. Championships to be determined. And we still have several events to contest.
Ladies and gentlemen, before we get to the feature time, we are going to ask that we all rise. Gentlemen, remove your caps as we will have our national anthem played this evening. Adeline LeClaire. Thank you, Adeline. Marco, back up to you.
All right. Yeah, give her a hand again. Adeline LeClaire with the national anthem tonight. Lots of main events and championships are to be determined. Ridge Runners should be our first main event. Ridge Runners will go 20 laps in their main event. James Rhodes in the 38 will start from position number 1. James, a hometown Claremont racer. Trevor Young out of White River Junction, Vermont, shares the front row. He's in car number 5. Yeah. All right.
Ron Burgess Jr. is going to bring in the 4X. To his outside is the points leader, Carlos Grenier.
And Brianna Bach's going to bring up the rear in the Richard Petty themed 43. Pure Stocks get 20 laps. Colton Hall entering tonight's action with a 32-point lead in pure stock points, but
this is the JP Trucking
that's not
Ridge Runners.
We're looking at the wrong sheet.
Green flag is out.
All right, Carlos Grenier, who's about 1,000 points ahead of everybody, is already up to third, challenging for second, and into position number 2 with car number 1. Out in front, it's Trevor Young. He's got about 3 car lengths. On the 1, Carlos Grenier in front of the Ridge Runner field. All right. They're door-to-door racing for third position. James Rhodes, the 38, the 4X, Ron Burgess. Give the spot to Burgess.
Trevor Young has been coming on throughout the season, showing speed consistently as he continues to lead the way.
Carlos Grenier, he's hasn't been beaten on the racetrack, I don't think. He has lost in the tech shed, but he's got a healthy advantage in the championship battle. Can he go out a winner as he looks for a way by your race leader, Trevor Young?
He is looking to set him up for that crossover move coming off of turn 2 as he powers to the inside, looks to the inside off of 4. Can he make it stick? Carlos Grenier thinks better of it as they go into turn 1.
Ron Burgess might grab a third place trophy. He's about a straightaway behind that thrilling battle for the lead as Grenier looks for a way by Trevor Young, your race leader in the 5. Grenier's got a run on the backstretch, but he can't stick the nose underneath car number 5 in turn number 3. Ridge Runners in their main event.
Young still continues to lead the way as Grenier starts to lose a little bit of ground. Oh, spinner on the backstretch as she keep it going. He has it powered and still rolling, and she keeps us green.
All right, Brianna Bach back underway. We're halfway through the Ridge Runner main event. Everybody's chasing Trevor Young in car number 5. Carlos Grenier, the best of the rest, and he's been the best of the best most of this season in this class.
Last time I calculated it, Marco, I think it was like up to $800 the bounty if anybody can win. If Trevor Young can win, he's going to be walking away with some extra cash tonight.
Yeah, I totally forgotten about the old bounty system.
Well, you know, it's been going on for a while, and then Mother Nature and everything else in between, but Young starts to look like he's starting to pull away from Grenier a little bit.
And they're both pulling away from third place Burgess in the 4.
We were able to confirm the bounty is up to $800. 5-finger salute. Chris Horton says 5 more laps to go.
Grenier about to watch that bounty go to somebody else. A big payday after totally dominating the season.
Unless maybe they're working on some kind of backroom deal, Marco. We'll split it. I'll let you win. What do you think? No? Racers do that?
Yeah, they won't talk about it until after they cash the check.
That's smart. As Young continues to power around the Thrasher Road power plant, dominating fashion. He's been trying to do this all season, and I'm sure he's going to be excited. 2 laps to go at the line.
Trevor Young, yeah, he's been waiting for an opportunity to be on the top step of the podium, and he's about a lap and a half away from getting there. Carlos Grenier now a half straightaway behind with car number 1. Ron Burgess third in the 4 as the white flag waves. Less than a lap to go. Trevor Young, the White River Junction Vermont racer, about to beat Carlos Grenier to the checkered flags. Young's your winner in car 5. Second goes to the 1. Carlos Grenier. Ron Burgess ends up third with car number 4. Fourth, James Rhodes, the 38. Brianna Buck rounds out the top 5. She drives car number 43. She got a trophy last week. In Victory Lane, it's Country Fuels Victory Lane, and we're going to have slightly abbreviated Victory Lane ceremonies tonight, just the race winners and the champions. Trevor Young takes a victory lap. Carlos Grenier is our Ridge Runner champion. And as Trevor Young takes his victory lap and gets ready to park it in Country Fuels Victory Lane, we're going to send things down there. And here's Ryan.
As he gets unstrapped from the car, make sure you're nice and loud. Well, let's hear tonight for JP Trucking's Ridge Runner winner, Trevor Young. Come on out, Trevor. We're going to bring you right around front here, Trevor. Give the fans a shout. One more time for Trevor Young. Trevor, you worked all season long. You came up short plenty of times. Championship night, you park it in Victory Lane. How does it feel?
Feels amazing. It's been a grind to get here, so it's awesome.
Awesome. Who do you got to thank tonight?
God, tons of people. Judd's Automotive, State Farm Insurance, Brody Ledoux, Barebones Barbecue, Springfield Paving, my cousin Brian. It's been a grind. Huntersfield and Forestry, Blakesfield and Blake's Tree and Landscape. My mom, JP Trucking for sponsoring the series, Casella for sponsoring the night. I give them my money every month, so I do appreciate them. I got to give a big thanks to Pete Sonhalter at the detail shop. He's helped me a ton. Eric came out and worked in the shop last night to get it back together. It's awesome, man.
Congratulations one more time for Trevor Young, tonight's JP Trucking winner. We're going to head on down over here. We're going to see Carlos Grenier, driver of the JP Trucking #1 and the JP Trucking Ridge Runner champion here on Casella Waste Management Night. Carlos, how does it feel?
Trevor outran me tonight. Halfway through the race, car wouldn't rotate. It did get up to 210. Not sure that's overheating, but it's a championship. It is what it is. I'm happy on the year, and I'm happy for Trevor. I gotta thank everyone behind me. My mom, my dad, my Graham, my beautiful girlfriend, her family. Everyone in the pits helps me. My main sponsor, JP Trucking. Mike Parks for doing everything he possibly can for the Ridge Runners down here. It's it kind of sucks that we can't get too many cars down here, but as long as we keep trying, and hopefully the division will grow a little bit more. But yeah, thank you, the fans and the track.
Awesome, Carlos. Great season. We are going to take some photos here, and then we are going to send it up top to Marco.
All right. Country Fuels of Victory Lane. The place to be. Carlos Grenier, your champion. Trevor Young, your race winner. We've still got about 8 main events to go. Six shooters up next. But Country Fuels Victory Lane is wrapping up. Trevor Young, a very happy, emotional winner here tonight as he outruns Carlos Grenier to the checkered flag. Grenier picks up the title. And we are one championship in to Casella night here at Claremont Motorsports Park. Six shooters are up next. Remember to mark your calendars for Fall Challenge weekend. coming up October 16th, 17th, and 18th here at Claremont Motorsports Park. All right, here they come, 6 shooters. Lincoln Herschel's going to start from the pole. Lincoln's aboard car number 8. He hails from Heartland, Vermont. Megan Bell will share the front row. Megan's in the 51 car. Maybe it's the X51. Can't even read the numbers from here.
Row number 2 is going to see Michael Casey out of Pittsfield, New Hampshire, in car number 57. To his outside, from Grantham, New Hampshire, car number 79, that's Steve Miller Jr.
And of course, Miller Jr. 14 points out of the lead in the championship battle. The leader in the championship battle starts 5th. That's Steve Miller Sr. from Grantham, New Hampshire, in car 68. And to his outside, the 41, Gage Dillingham out of Windsor.
Car number 25, New Hampshire, is going to bring up the next starter on the grid. That's Amherst, New Hampshire's Michael Yetton. To his outside, Canaan, New Hampshire's Raven Streeter pilots car number 52.
Josh Belleville from Claremont in a car number 89 starts inside of the 5th row, and starting shotgun, car number 23, Joshua Brigham. He'll bring up the rear. We're going 25 laps in the 6-shooter main event today. As we said, Steve Miller Sr. 14 points ahead of Steve Miller Jr. in the championship battle.
Well, before we go green, we have an announcement. If you have a silver Audi license plate, New Hampshire 519-4581. That's a silver Audi New Hampshire license plate 519-4581. Please report to your car. There's been a minor little accident. Thank you.
All right, green flag as we're underway in the 6-shooter main event. Quickly, Megan Bell from outside of row number 1 jumps to the front.
Beating and banging for the second place, that is Walker, Urschel, and Miller Jr. in the battling for second, as Michael Casey's right there as well.
Casey working the inside line up to 3rd position, challenging for second spot as Megan Bell powers away from the 6-shooters field.
Playing a little game of runaway and hide as the fast cars are bottled up 2 by 2 behind Herschel.
Slipping and sliding. Herschel inside, outside as Casey tries to challenge for position number 2. He's going pick-a-lane, number 8.
3 wide behind them as the battle intensifies between Miller Sr., Yatton, and Dillingham in the 41D.
Casey made the move 3 wide underneath the 2nd and 3rd place machines. Casey now 2nd in car 57. Out in front, your leader continues to be Megan Bell. She's got a healthy advantage over Casey in the 57. Casey now being challenged by the 79, Steve Miller Jr.
Miller Jr., Casey battle side by side, rub a little contact. Yetton is on the back door as they battle 3 wide into turn number 1. Oh, nice recovery by Miller Jr.
Yetton making the big move, and he's up to P2. Can he chase down Megan Bell about a half straightaway in front of car 25?
That is not what Bell wants to see if she had a rear view mirror, but they don't, so she can't see it. She is just going to focus on the windshield and hope that she can continue to pull away.
And Yetton is starting to reel in the race leader. Michael Yetton in the 25, always a contender in 6-shooter competition.
Our top 5 currently as they run at the line. Megan Bell continues to lead with Michael Yetton in second, Miller Jr. in third, Michael Casey in fourth, and Miller Sr. rounding out the top 5.
And right now, Miller Sr. in a position to wrap up the championship if he can just maintain that position on the racetrack.
He just needs to keep his kid in sight and say, not today, son. Literally.
Six shooters going 25 laps. They've got 15 to go. Everybody's chasing Megan Bell. Yetton's getting closer in car 25. In third, Steve Miller Jr. And he's got to beat Dad by about 4 positions to wrap up the championship. Dad is about to be 1 position behind him if he can get around Casey in the 57.
The battle for the lead heats up as well as Yetton is all over the back bumper as Miller Sr. gets under Casey for 4th. Yetton and Miller Jr. have caught Megan Bell at the front.
And it is a 3-car battle for the lead. Yetton looking down low. Miller trying the high groove as they try to find a way by Megan Bell, your race-long leader in car 51. Yetton to the inside as they head into turn 3.
Bell continues the battle on the outside. Miller Jr. connects his car to the back of Yetton and says, I'm going to follow you to the front.
6 shooters duking it out in front of the field. Michael Yetton in front. He wants to pull away from Megan Bell and the rest of the 6 shooters field.
Bell gets a little sideways, saves it as Miller Jr. sneaks by, and he is going to give chase of Yetton as they run up to another lap car on the backstretch.
Less than 10 laps to go. 6 shooters. Everybody's chasing Michael Yetton, car 25. Miller still having title hopes in the 79, but he's going to fall about 10 points short if he can't gain ground on your leader, Michael Yetton, in the 25.
Laps continue to tick down. The top 2 have pulled away. They're almost a straightaway over third place Megan Bell as she is going to have a rear bumper full here momentarily as Miller Sr., Casey, and Dillingham are right there.
6 shooters on Casella night. Yetton in front, Miller Jr. second, and now Megan Bell about a straightaway behind, but she might still get a trophy.
5 fingers are in the air. We got 5 more circuits. Can Yetton hold on as Miller Jr. is right behind him looking to pounce?
Casey in the 57. Rounding out the top 5 as there are only 4 laps left for your race leader, the 25, Michael Yetton. Yetton and Miller all alone in turns 3 and 4. They're a straightaway better than the rest of the field, led by Megan Bell.
They start to see some lap traffic in their windshields. Is that going to play a factor or is it not? As we come to 2 to go at the line on the 25 New Hampshire of Michael Yetton.
Yetton in front. Miller, the 79, holding on to second spot. Megan Bell's third in the 51. And the white flag's waving, less than 1 lap to go. Six shooters. Underneath the checkers, Michael Yetton wins again. Yetton, your winner in the 25. Second goes to the 79, Steve Miller Jr. Megan Bell, the 51, ends up third and fourth. Car number 68, Steve Miller Sr., and he'll end up with the championship. Rounding out the top five, Michael Casey, guy number 57, parking it in Country Fuels Victory Lane. It's the driver of car number 25 from Amherst, Michael Yetton. There's Steve Miller Sr., your six-shooter champion. Also headed to Country Fuels Victory Lane, and we're gonna send the old microphone down to Ryan Lawless in Victory Lane. Country Fuels Victory Lane. There's Ryan.
We are down here in Country Fuels Victory Lane as tonight's winner, the 25 New Hampshire, Michael Yetton's going to climb from his car. Let's hear it for Michael Yetton. Michael, come around front here. Michael, you're a familiar face to Victory Lane. Who do you got to thank tonight?
I got to thank everyone. I got to thank my mom. She was finally here. She hasn't been in the country for 6 weeks, and she said, see you in Victory Lane, so I did it. I got to thank ComSync IT, Admiralty Insurance, Arts Custom, Hafner's Fuel, MTM Flooring, DDY Racing, everyone that helps us get here, John, Travis, Melinda, and Brianna, everyone, all these fans.
Awesome. Thank you, Michael, and congratulations on your win this evening. How many wins is that, quickly?
I don't know. I think it's 17. I didn't want to get this one, though. I wanted Megan to win that so bad, but I got drilled in the back bumper, so I said I got to go now.
Awesome, Michael. Well, this fine little gentleman has a Casella Waste Management first place trophy for you. We are going to head down over here to the number 68 car, driver of Steve Miller Sr., this year's six-shooter champion. Steve, congratulations, my friend. Who do we need to thank?
I need to thank my wife for coming out and supporting us all the time. Going to thank Michael Yetton for not showing up for every race so we could pull off a championship here. Thank my son for coming out to play. This really should have been his, but bad luck hit him in last race we were here, so knocked him back in the points, but it's always fun battling it out with him at the end here. So we've got between us now 4 seasons in a row, I guess, of this championship here. I got to thank my employer, Harpoon Brewery, and Todd Callum and his wife are in the stands. Scott Milne from Milne Travel. We have Fired Up Pizza and Dexter, Jess, and their son Tucker in the stands today. Shout out to them for all their help. And Stoneleaf Cannabis and More Ways Auto Salvage.
Awesome. Congratulations, Steve, on a great season. I'll let you go celebrate that with your family and friends. Congratulations to everybody down here. Let's hear it one more time for Michael Yetton, tonight's six-shooter winner. One more time for Steve Miller Sr., your champion. Marco, back up to you.
Thank you, Ryan, and Country Fuels Victory Lane has seen Michael Yetton and Steve Miller visit several times this year. Michael Yetton, your winner. Steve Miller Sr., your track champion in the six-shooters. Mini stocks. Up next. Not much of a championship battle on the mini stock front. It's a championship burnout by Steve Miller Sr. All right, mini stocks. They're scheduled for 25 laps. We've got a 128-point advantage or something like that for Kyle Templeton in the 671. So not much of a championship battle here as the mini stocks get ready to wrap up their points season. Andreas St. Amour from Chelsea, Vermont in car 20 will start on the pole, and she'll share the front row with the reigning champion and points leader Kyle Templeton, the 671 from Claremont.
Row number 2, car 81 from Heartland, Vermont. They call him Peaches. That's Brady Lamont. On his outside from Newport, New Hampshire, driver of the number 8, that's Sean Lantis.
And Dick Lamont, a recent winner in car number 18, brings up the rear. Lamont hailing from White River Junction.
I am told we're going 20 laps. 20 laps the distance tonight, Marco.
Good call.
We're going to go 20 laps for the mini stock battle. Who do you think's going to win?
Yeah, that's, Okay, I'll take the 671 and you can have all the rest.
All right, I'll take those odds. Where'd the 18 go?
Well, that's why, I can take the 671.
They're already dropping out. Oh, boy.
It's too bad, though. I mean,
he's had a good run the last few weeks.
Yeah. Been very, very good lately. All right, minis, 20 laps. Here we go.
No. We did not like that start, ladies and gentlemen, on the front row. Well, we are going to keep it green. They're going to go.
Yeah, everybody wants to go home.
Probably wasn't going to change much.
All right, out in front is Kyle Templeton. He's the points leader. He's the reigning champion. He's the race leader, and he's pulling away.
St. Amour, I think this is her third time in this mini stock as she's making the move up from pure stocks to try to the next level of racing in her career. She runs in the second, followed in third by the 8 Atlantis.
Yep, everybody's chasing Kyle Templeton. To no one's surprise, Templeton leads the mini stock main event. The 671 pulling away from Andreas St. Amour and the rest of the field. Lantis still third in the 8.
So if you look at that 20 car out there and you think it looks familiar to you, that used to be the 33 car driven by Aaron Beaudry. That is a former championship winning car. I would not be surprised to see St. Amour figure it out and be right up front competing with Hamilton. Probably next year, but...
Or maybe even by Fall Challenge weekend. Who knows?
You never know.
Mark your calendar now. Fall Challenge weekend comes up Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, October 17th, 18th, and 19th, right here at Claremont Motorsports Park.
3 days of racing. It's going to be fun. You're not going to want to miss it. I'm sure there's some other fun stuff going on that weekend that we haven't announced yet.
Kyle Templeton leading the mini stock main event. The 671 pulling away from Andreas St. Amour and the rest of the 4 cylinders. Sean Lantis still in a podium position. And Dick Lamont's going to finish in the top 5.
Guaranteed. What a great night for Dick Lamont, despite all the problems he's having. We got Peaches running in 4th, halfway at the line this time.
Yeah, 10 down, 10 to go. Kyle Templeton dominating to like no one's surprise.
Should have started him in the pits, Marco.
I still would have given you the same odds.
You're probably right there. Well, St. Amour continues to battle, but Lantis looks to be gaining on her slightly. If we're using a tape measure.
Anyway. Well, it looks like your next Victory Lane interview will be a shorter one. They're champion and the winner. Yeah.
One stop shopping all in one. Unless some gremlin pops up. That has been Templeton's few times he has not finished first this year. He has had some gremlins. As it looks like we might have a battle for second heating up here, Marco.
Yeah, Lantis trying to close in on St. Amour as laps tick away. 6 laps to go in the mini stock feature race. Once again, it's Casella night. Thanks to Casella Waste Management for reducing our ticket prices tonight. Just $5 to get into the grandstand, courtesy of Casella Waste Management. Less than 5 laps to go. Templeton's built his lead to about a straightaway. Sean Lantis trying to gain some ground on second place Andrea St. Amour. 3 laps to go for your leader, Kyle Templeton.
Andres is able to gain ground on St. Amour in through the corners, but St. Amour is able to get to that gas much quicker. Should be able to hold on as we got 2 laps to go, 2 laps at the line for Templeton.
Andrea St. Amour still second. Lantis seems to be closing in the 8th. White flag waving, 1 to go for your race leader, Kyle Templeton. And it's Victory Lane again for your mini stock winner and champion, Kyle Templeton. Second goes to Andrea St. Amour in car 20. Third, car number 8, Sean Lantis. Brady Lamont in the 81, Dick Lamont in the 18, rounding out your top 5. And in Country Fuels Victory Lane, it's your winner, it's your champion. Winning the race and the title, Kyle Templeton. He's got the checkered flag. He'll take a little bit of a victory lap. And then he'll join Ryan Lawless in Country Fuels Victory Lane. Kyle Templeton, your mini stock winner, your mini stock champion at Claremont Motorsports Park. A successful title defense for the 671. All right, we'll send it trackside to Ryan Lawless.
As he gets unbuckled from his car, he's going to take a photo here with Miss M. He's going to climb from the car. Let's hear it to tonight's winner and our champion in mini stock, 671, Kyle Templeton. Kyle, come around here. We are in Country Fuels Victory Lane again. Did you pay for your parking pass this year, and who do you need to thank?
I did. I have to thank, Claremont Speedway for, allowing the minis. And, it's a great class. Hopefully, we get some more competition for next year. I have to thank my wife, my mom, dad, my Uncle Robin, Dodie, Graham, Bumper, Deanna, Bucky, Bree, Spencer, Napa, Robbie, everybody that's helped out and got me a championship. Thank you.
All right, tonight we have a Casella Waste Services trophy for you. It's going to be presented to you. We want to thank Casella Waste Services again for sponsoring this evening's race. And we are going to get some more photos, and we're going to send it up to Marco because we're getting ready for near sportsman and division.
All right. 50-50 tickets are available. And there's a pretty good chance that the jackpot could be over $1,000 this week because last week nobody claimed, and we started out with $530 in the till. And it's for a good cause because 50% goes to one lucky winner. The other 50 cents goes to Stevens Athletics. You all know about the financial crisis, and we want to make sure those kids can still play, so we're going to give some money to Stevens High's athletic department, and it's all coming from the 50-50. You can't win if you don't play, so empty your wallet for your 50-50 girls today. As we said, somebody's probably going to get $1,000 out of this or more. I mean, no guarantees, but we started out, as we said, with $530 in the till. And somebody's getting it tonight. 50-50 tickets to benefit the Stevens High Athletics. All right, Kyle Templeton wrapping up his visit. The Country Fuels Victory Lane, your mini stock champion once again. All right. I guess it's near antique racing time.
I think Chester's a little big to ride in that convertible.
All right, and here they come. Gomer Taylor, Bruce Taylor. Gomer Taylor is going to start from the pole in the 03. He's out of Rochester, Mass. Dave Blanchard in the 57 starts outside of row number 1. All right, James Allen in the 44 is going to start third. He's from Westminster, Mass. Henry Stample in the 0. That green coupe starts outside of row number 2. The 110, Kurt Snow from West Warren, Massachusetts. The 8 is Paul Jakes from East Killingly, Connecticut. Car number 29, the Dynamite Dave Dion rig, is Dave Manning from Berlin, Vermont. Scott Clemens from Princeton, Mass. wheels car number 9. The 5 is Dennis David from Thomaston, Connecticut. Car number 58, Jeremy Huntoon out of Bradford, Vermont. Butch Elms, the owner promoter at Bear Ridge Speedway, he's in car number 6, and Tabor Andrews from Worcester, Vermont, is at the back in the Pinto number 7. Combined field of sportsmen and modifieds from the New England Antique Racers.
2x2, double up sign, lights are out at the line. We're going racing next time with the New England Antique Racers. This is going to get interesting with a little bit of everything out there. For you folks that have seen some things around, we have a Dave Dion tribute car out there. We have, trying to recognize a few of these other Marco. I've seen them before in photos. You probably lived it.
Hey, Butch at the back is actually racing a car that looks like something that he actually raced 50 years ago.
Oh, green flag.
And he was racing 50 years ago.
Well, that's a good sign. As they thunder into turn 1 and 2. Down the backstretch they go.
Gomer Taylor. And Gomer did some time many years ago driving in the infamous Lenny Bowler number 3. One of many drivers.
Old Blue, now currently driven by, it was Jake Johnson. I'm not sure who's in it now.
Yeah. Me, I'm a little partial towards those cars with wings and the cars with fenders, but that's just me. Blanchard on the outside trying to get by Gomer.
Hard racing, the top 6 are almost under a blanket. It would be a big blanket, but it could still be a blanket, Marco.
Yeah. Gomer Taylor, the 03 leads. Now the 44, James Allen, moves into challenge. Blanchard had run second through much of this event, but now it's Allen up to run second. And Stampful in the 0 working the high groove.
They are hard racing, and we are coming up to some lap traffic here on the backstretch, and we'll see how they're able to work that as the 44 of Stanford has taken control of the lead as the 03 and the 0 battle it out for a second.
James Allen out of Westminster, Massachusetts, now leading in the 44. Gomer's running second. Henry Stampful in third with the 0. Stampful up to run second now. Henry Stampful in the 0. Closing in on James Allen, your race leader, the 44. Geez, I'm so electronic dependent these days. These guys got no transponders, so we've got no scoreboard.
The 0 has gone pit side. He was a top contender. That was the 0 of Henry Stampful. He has taken it pit side. Our top 3 is the 44, the 03, and the 57. That's the 44 is currently James Allen. The 03 is Taylor and Blanchard in the 57. 2 to go at the line this time.
Looks like Paul Jakes might be running 4th. And of course, there are 2 different classifications here, so we're going to have 2 winners. White flags waving. All right, New England Antique Racers wrapping up their exhibition. And the checkered flag is gonna fly. James Allen comes out on top. James Allen out of Westminster, Massachusetts. As both classes ran together, we're going to have two winners, as Dave Manning in the 29 is the sportsman winner. Manning in the 29, a sportsman winner. He'll be joined in Country Fuels Victory Lane by the 44, James Allen. All right, here's your modified winner, James Allen. He'll get the checkered flag. All right. It's a lap of honor for your modified winner, James Allen, also in Victory Lane. Dave Manning out of Berlin, Vermont, he's your sportsman winner. We're going to go down to Country Fuels of Victory Lane. Here's Ryan Lawless.
In the sportsman division, the 29 car, Dave Manning is your winner tonight. Let's hear it for Dave in the 29, the Dave Dion tribute car. Not as young as you once were, eh, Dave?
I am knocking on the door of 61 years old.
Awesome.
Soon to be 21 again.
Awesome. Well, let's come out over here. We'll see if we can't get the camera guy to come over towards us in the sportsman division. All right, Dave, we'll kind of make it too quick because I don't want you to lose your breath and be able to drink some of that cold water. But this is a beautiful car. Who do you got to thank?
I got to start with first my wife, Dana, who allows me to put so much time into this. And the other helpers, NES Enterprises, Fast One Motorsports, Highside Fab and Graphics, J. Dervidge Welding, Glenn Luce Logging and Chipping, and Mike's Tire. Without all them, it wouldn't be possible.
Awesome. Quickly, what year is the car?
It's 1978.
Awesome, Dave. Thanks for coming out tonight. We enjoyed having you.
I also want to thank Claremont Speedway for hosting our series.
Awesome. Thank you. We're going to head over here to our modified winner of Jim Allen in the car number 44. Let's hear it for Jim. Jim, who do you need to thank this evening? You were on rails.
The car was actually tight. It didn't run the way I wanted to, but I can't complain. I won. I don't know what it is about this track, but it's scary, but I do well here. And I don't know why. I win a lot of races. This is a great track, a great facility. You know, you come up on the top and you look down and, wow, look at that. There's a whole valley under there. You know, it's such a cool track.
Awesome, Dave. Well, tell us a little bit quickly, what year is this car?
It's a 67 Mustang. Actually got it out of a junkyard. I built the whole thing up. So she's running pretty good tonight.
Awesome, Jim. Thanks for coming out. We want to thank Casella Waste Management again for sponsoring us this evening. We are going to head back up to Marco as we finish Victory Lane.
All right, Country Fuels, Victory Lane wrapping up for our antique racers. James Allen, your modified winner. Dave Manning on top in the sportsman class. Always great to have the cars of yesteryear. Fall Challenge weekend is coming up Friday, Saturday, Sunday, October 17th, 18th, and 19th. Tell your friends we'll be here. Join us for all 3 days. Fall Challenge, after the leaf peeping's done. October 17th through 19th, right here at Claremont Motorsports Park. R.E. Hinckley Super Streets should be next. What's the separation on the first?
Okay, here we go. It's R.E. Hinckley Super Street Racing time, Marco.
And the title bout is between
the 00 of Brandon Gray, who sits currently in first place. He has 678 points. Second place, Cody Schoolcraft in the 31K. He is 24 points behind with 654.
Okay, this one, Travis Sykes will lead them to post. Travis Sykes, the 41 out of Heartland, Vermont. And he'll share the front row with the 73, Joe Tatro.
Tatro in car number 73. Row number 2, it's the 91. It's the rowdy one, Robert Hagar. To his outside, it's the 31K. Second in points currently, 24 points out of first. That's Cody Schoolcraft.
Robbie Streeter will start inside of row number 3, the Canaan racer in car 55. Ryan Farwell, the 42 out of Canaan, outside of the third row.
Row number 4 brings you the 00 Vermont, your current points leader. That is Brandon Gray. 2 Grays outside, it's the 88. That's David Thibodeau from Heartland, Vermont.
And Travis Cass in the 32 will start at the back. 25 laps, the scheduled distance for the R.E. Hinckley Super Streets. Brandon Gray trying to wrap up a title.
They are getting the double up signal. We are going to see lights out at the line. Chris Horton says, I want you side by side coming out of 4, folks. Let's have a good race.
And before they make a lot of noise, we'll tell you one more time, 50-50 available. Stevens High Athletics benefiting. Buy your tickets or you won't win.
Can't win if you don't play. You can't win a race if you don't start it.
We are in Super Streets. Joe Tatro on the break gets the jump. The 73 grabs the early lead.
Schoolcraft jumping to the outside of Sykes as he gives the battle for second. He's going to look to try to get out front and pull away. It's his only hope of winning.
Yeah, Schoolcraft will need some help, but he's going to give it the old college try. The 31 trying to chase down Joe Tatro in front of the R.E. Hinckley Super Street field.
Tatro continues to show the way. Schoolcraft, Sykes, Hagar in pursuit. Streeter holding on to the 5th place. Right behind him is Gray. Takes over the 6th spot from Farwell.
And Gray making steady progress already in the 00. He's underneath his teammate Robbie Streeter in the 55 and into the top 5, the natural, doing natural things. Out in front, Joe Tatro sets the pace, but he's got Cody Schoolcraft all over his rear bumper looking for a little bit of racing room with car 31.
The Rowdy one, Robert Hagar, uses the inside to get under Sykes coming into turn 3 and 4 as he pulls off into the 3rd spot, but he's got Brandon Gray in the 00 right in tow.
Yeah, Hagar opened the door for Gray, and now he's playing defense as he tries to hang on to 3rd. Gray tips to the outside in the 00.
Gray is going to look to set the crossover move if I had to guess based on his experience. No, he's going to prove me wrong, and he's going to try to use the outside.
Up in front, it's a battle for position number 1. Joe Tatro still leads it. Cody Schoolcraft looking for a way by. He'll test the outside groove.
Outside on the backstretch, Tatro resumes the sole spot. Schoolcraft back to the outside at turn number 3, to the rear quarter, to the door. He cannot make his stick coming out. He's going to try it again into turn 1.
Just as good, the battle for 3rd as the 91 Hagar holds off the 00 Brandon Gray and Gray's teammate Robbie Streeter, the 55. Schoolcraft challenging your leader.
Door to door, wheel to wheel through 1 and 2 as they head to the backstretch. Schoolcraft with the ever slight advantage down into turn number 3. They go side by side, coming out of turn 4.
Tatro fighting back from the bottom groove, but it's Cody Schoolcraft in front. The 31 clears the 73 on the backstretch, entering turn 3. New leader, Cody Schoolcraft in command.
Schoolcraft to the top of the class as Gray tries to do the same on Hagar as they battle for 3rd is starting to heat up. Gray has the advantage coming down the backstretch.
Oh, Gray is looking strong. That thing is hooked up in the high groove, and he's gaining ground on 2nd place, Joe Tatro.
Robbie Streeter says if Gray can do it, I can do it too as he starts to work on Hagar all over that rear bumper.
We are just about halfway through the R.E. Hinckley Super Street main event.
Schoolcraft continues to show the way, followed by Tatro and Gray. Hagar and Streeter as the battle for 4th between Hagar and Streeter continues to intensify.
Out in front, Cody Schoolcraft, the 31, had a bit of a controversial week last week, but bouncing back this week and looking strong in the 31. Gray closing on 2nd place, Joe Tatro.
10 laps, 10 to go at the line for the 31K of Schoolcraft as he continues to show the way, but Gray is not done. He is all over the back bumper of that 73 of Tatro.
Hagar runs 4th. Streeter right there to challenge in the 55. Laps ticking away now. Gray goes door to door with Tatro for position at number 2. Give the advantage to Gray on the outside. Tatro's not done yet. Great race for 2nd.
As the race for 2nd intensifies, Gray has the advantage at the line and slingshots into 2nd. He will set his sights on Schoolcraft with just under 7 laps to go, if I'm doing my math correctly here.
Now it's while as Schoolcraft has built a comfortable lead. Can Gray chase him down in the 00?
Does he have time? It's coming back to 6 laps to go at the line. Does Gray have the time to catch Schoolcraft? He does not need to do it for the championship, but Gray is a competitor and he wants to win every time he goes on the track.
Schoolcraft leads it. He's about a half straightaway. Better than Brandon Gray, 1.63 seconds on electronic scoring last time by.
Schoolcraft shows the way, followed by Gray, Tatro, Hagar in 4th, Streeter 5. Sykes, Farwell, and Thibodeau still out there giving it their all.
Gray cutting into Schoolcraft's lead by about 1/10 every lap, but he's running out of time to get the job done. Only 3 laps to go at the line. Cody Schoolcraft, the 31, leading the 00, Brandon Gray, but it's not enough to overcome the championship points lead.
Less than 2 circuits remain. Now this race as Schoolcraft continues to throw the way. As Gray dives it into 3 and 4s, he's gaining aggressively, but 1 lap, he does not have the time to get there.
Brandon Gray not gonna find his way to victory lane as the race winner, but he's gonna be crowned the champion. Checkered flags fly for Cody Schoolcraft. Schoolcraft wins the R.E. Hinckley Super Street main event. Second goes to Brandon Gray. He'll get the track title. Third, Joe Tatro, 73. Robert Hager ends up 4th, car number 91, and Robbie Streeter rounds out the top 5 with car 55. Picking up the checkered flag, it's your R.E. Hinckley Super Street main event winner. It's a lap of honor for Cody Schoolcraft in the 31 as Brandon Gray, your Super Street champion, the R.E. Hinckley Super Street champion. He'll park the 00 in Country Fuels victory lane as well. Great racing action in the Super Streets this year. Brandon Gray, your champion. Cody Schoolcraft, your main event winner on his victory lap. Schoolcraft parks it in Country Fuels victory lane. We're going to send things trackside to Ryan Lawless in Country Fuels victory lane.
We are in Country Fuels victory lane for R.E. Hinckley Super Street winner, Cody Schoolcraft. Let's hear it for him. Cody, come on around here. This fine little gentleman has a Casella Services first place trophy for you. Awesome. Cody, this thing looked phenomenal tonight. Was it as good as it looked?
I mean, yeah, it was pretty good. We missed practice, and first I have to thank my crew chief, Talon. She convinced me I need to come, and just everybody that helps, all my any fans that are out there, my family, everybody that's back here, the sponsors. They keep you going when you don't think you want to. So I appreciate that. I like to thank 603 Metalworks, Lucky's Peterbilt, Alex Wind Transportation, 360 Design Lab, Streeter Construction. R.E. Hinckley for sponsoring the division, and yeah.
Awesome, congratulations. One more time for Cody Schoolcraft. We are gonna make our way down the track to talk with the R.E. Hinckley Super Street champion, Brandon Gray. Brandon, what a season, what a season. Who do you need to thank first off?
First and foremost, Robbie. I mean, we had some issues there a couple points of the year, and he just hopped out of a seat and gave me a car. Not many car owners would do that, especially when they're racing for a championship. And Nate and Dave and Keith and Wes and Danny and really everybody that helps. I mean, we race a lot, so got to thank them guys. And all my sponsors, Wade's Ice Cream, Paul Davis Restorations, 360 Race Cars. Who else is there? Streeter Construction, first and foremost, as always. Just it's a group effort, you know. I got to thank them all. This car was totaled 2 weeks ago, and even Cody put some time in to get this thing fixed, so it speaks a lot of his character. And got to thank my guys, and we still got one more job to do tonight, though.
Awesome. So we're going to let you go get a little water, get hydrated, and get ready, because we're going to see you back out here in late model Victory Lane. Is that the plan?
That's the plan. As good as that car is right now, nothing less, I hope.
Awesome. Well, one more time for Artie Hinckley Super Street Champion, Brandon Gray. We're going to wrap it up down here in Country Fuels Victory Lane, and we're going to send it up to Marco as we get ready to go the Valley Building Supplies Pure Stock Racing.
Yes, indeed, the Pure Stocks. As Country Fuels Victory Lane moves over to the championship photo session. And look at Miss Amron. La Valley Building Supply Pure Stocks. Up next. Okay. Apparently we have a slight water issue in the restrooms, and if need be, there are porta-johns available up by the beer garden. And if you need to use a facility, then that might be the best choice. Well, Valley Building Supply Pure Stocks. Up next.
Let's take a quick look at our point standings here, Marco. Colton Hall in the car 51 with 836 points total has a 28-point lead over Kyle Kenny in the 57. But we take a little look back further. James Zellman is 10 points behind Kyle Kenny. We got a couple different battles going on out here tonight.
And a fairly decent field of pure stocks getting ready to go, and they're led to post by Jeremy Ruggieri of Unity in a car number 9. He'll share the front row with the 56. That's Driffen Decato.
Tyler Wheatley brings the 31 car in row number 2 from Brookfield, Vermont. To his outside, Windsor, Vermont's Gage Dillingham in the 41D.
The 14 is Wyatt Hosington from Grantham, and sharing row 3 is James Zellman out of Greenfield, Mass, and he's the number 3 point man entering the main event, the 29.
In row number 4 on the inside, and the 8X from Newport, New Hampshire. That's Nathan Waterman. Waterman in car 8X. To his outside, our point leader, it's Colton Hall in car number 51. He calls Windsor, Vermont home.
Chris Chambers out of Chelsea, Vermont starts 9th in car number 20. He'll share row number 5 with Carter Conroy, the Newport driver, in the 78. Lights are down on the pace car.
Quickly rounding out the field, the 57, that's the real deal, Kyle Kenny. To his outside, the 7 of Josh Schneid.
Ethan Mayette in the 40. Travis Hant, car number 16. Matthew Jeffers brings up the rear in car 72.
The 56 has altered to go to the rear. We got him racked. We got him stacked. We're green. Wheatley powers off as he fires off to the lead like he shot out of a shotgun. We are going 25 laps the distance.
And Wheatley sets the pace. The 31 wants to run away with the race lead early in the Pure Stock main event.
Wheatley has been a strong competitor week in, week out as he gets used to the Thrasher Road speed plant.
Ruggieri, the pole sitter, hanging on to second, but Fast Company is on the way. Look at Zellman in the 29, up to fourth, looking for more.
Wheatley, Ruggieri, Dillingham, Zellman, and it is Hole in the 51 rounding out the top 5.
Well, the points leader wants to get to the front early and leave no doubt he'd like to be the only man in victory lane at the end of the Pure Stock main event, the 51. Already a contender. Out in front, the 31, Wheatley has built a tremendous lead, but is pretty competitive from second on back with Dillingham, Gage Dillingham holding P2.
The 9 has thrown an anchor out, and he is going back fast as everybody is making like a train and going by.
Out in front, Tyler Wheatley, the Brookfield, Vermont racer, having things his way. Wheatley has built about a half straightaway advantage over the 41 Gage Dillingham and James Zellman in the 29. Colton Hull trying to challenge Zellman for that third position.
Zellman, Hull, Kenny, rear running bumper to bumper as they battle it out for the third spot and the championship.
Chris Chambers and Kyler Conroy joining that fray as well. A good competitive pack from third on back in the Pure Stock main event. Tyler Wheatley having things his way, but it's pretty competitive behind your leader in car 31.
If you're looking to get into a rally Pure Stock and you ask, how can I do it? Well, you can build your own, or you could buy a championship contender. That 57 car, Kenny, has a for sale sign on it. He will be letting that machine go at the end of the season.
Wheatley with about a straightaway lead in the Pure Stock main event. Dillingham still second, and the field is stacking up behind his car number 41.
Fourth, we got second through 8th. Under in a line, anything could happen. This is Pure Stock Racing at Claremont Motorsports Park.
10 laps complete, 15 laps remain. Tyler Wheatley dominating, but it's very competitive from second on back. Gage Dillingham leading that snarling pack of Pure Stocks.
Kenny is trying to make the outside work. That is going to be his only hope if he was looking to get around. As he goes around the outside of Hull and he starts to work on the 29K of Zellman.
Right now he is, Kenny, a little bit better than Hull on the racetrack, but he needs to beat the 51 by about 8 positions, or it's all over in the title quest.
Wheatley continues to check out as he would love to see what's going on behind him as they're looking 3 wide down the backstretch.
Yeah, Hull thinks better of it and lets Zellman shut the door in turn 3. The 51, he'd like to go to victory lane tonight, but he knows that he has to finish the race to earn the crown because there are plenty of Pure Stocks on the speedway.
He has got to lose the battle to win the war tonight, and that is his goal. He is, unfortunately, his least favorite thing, he said, points racing right now.
10 laps to go at the line for your race leader, Tyler Wheatley. Dillingham still second in car 41 as Zellman goes wheel to wheel for third. against Kyle Kenny in the 57. Kenny using the outside groove and headed toward the front. The number 2 points man in the 57. Working the high groove.
Chambers has joined him on the outside. He's going to look to make that outside groove work as well.
The leader continues to be Tyler Wheatley in the 31. He is straightaway better than second place Gage Dillingham. They're side by side still battling for third. James Zellman, the 29. Kyle Kenny, car 57.
The battle for third, 2 by 2, with 5 cars right there on our blanket for third place. All top runners here at the Claremont Motorsports Park.
The points leader, Colton Hull, boxed in that group. The 51 trying to break free from that thick pack. 5 laps to go at the line for your race leader. The 31, Tyler Wheatley. 5 to go. Colton Hull, the 51, now making a bid for third spot. He's on the rear bumper of James Zellman in the 29. Coming out of turn 4, the 51, trying to make it a 2-trophy night.
The 57 of Kenny fell back on the outside as the tires got heated up. The leader's catching lap traffic. Let's see how this plays into the hands of everybody behind him.
Tyler Wheatley on a Sunday cruise, and it's only Friday night. He's got 2 laps left. In the pure stock main event, a healthy advantage, Wheatley in the 31. Gage Dillingham still running second in the 41. The battle is for third. James Zellman, the 29, trying to hold off. Colton Hull, the 51. Kyle Kenny, the 57. Chris Chambers in car 20. White flags waving. We're into the final lap. Everybody's chasing Tyler Wheatley. Wheatley's going to get to the checkered flags first. Tyler Wheatley, your winner in the pure stock. Second goes to the 41, Gage Dillingham. Then the 29, James Zellman, crosses the line third. Fourth goes to the 51, Colton Hull. He'll be your pure stock champion. And rounding out the top 5, Kyle Kenny, the Rutland, Vermont racer, will have to settle for second in the championship battle. Pulling into Country Fuels victory lane, it's the driver of car number 31. That's Tyler Wheatley out of Brookfield, Vermont. Joining him will be your 2025 Pure Stock champion, Colton Hull. And we're going to send it trackside to Country Fuels victory lane with Ryan Lawless.
We are down here in Country Fuels victory lane with the Valley Building Supply winner, Tyler Wheatley. Let him hear it, folks. Tyler, come around front here. This little guy has something to give you. We have a Casella first place, I said first place trophy for you tonight. Come on over here, bud. Good job, bud. Right over here, bud. There you go. All right, Tyler. All right, here we go. 1 second. We got one more second. It's all about the memories, folks. All about the memories. Nice job, bud. Tyler, welcome to Country Fuels Victory Lane. Who do we got to thank tonight?
My dad, wife, my daughter, Nate, Sheena, and the track. Casella for sponsoring. CW Grays and Son, Adam Stone Trucking, C Clear Auto Glass, Mackinac Wheel Repair.
Awesome, great run. How does it feel to finally get up here? This is the first time?
First time here, yep. I didn't know if it was going to happen or not. We've been working hard for it, so finally happened though. I like it.
Awesome, congratulations, Tyler. Let's hear it one more time for Tyler Wheatley. We are going to make our way down to this yellow thing with the number 51 on the side. It's Colton Hall, your Old Valley Building Supply Beer Stock Champion. Let him hear it, folks. Colton. That looked like it wasn't as much fun. You were out there doing what you needed to do to get this championship. You'd much rather be chasing those checkered flags. But who do you need to thank for getting you here?
Man, I got to thank everybody behind me, Brandon, Jamie, Derek, especially my father, little B-man right here, my stepmom for allowing my father to do this, Judd's Automotive, Lightning Chassis, Oaks & Sons, Construction, 603 Auto Body, am I forgetting anybody? O'Reilly's, and Country Fuels for sure. Am I forgetting? Casella for sure. Yeah. All right. We'll see you later.
Awesome. Colton, one more time for Colton Hall, your 2025 Pure Stock Champion. Marco, we got some cars in lineup. It's the late models. We're heading back up to you.
Indeed, the Tour Type late models. Rolling out next. Don't forget, our 50-50 people are still working hard to build a great jackpot and help the folks out at Stevens High. The athletic budget's taking a beating, and we want to help put a few bucks back in the till. So join us, as you can't win if you don't play, so empty your wallet for your 50-50 sales girls today. Once again, Stevens Athletics getting the other 50%. Somebody's going to win a good chunk of change tonight. We had $530 in the till when we started because nobody claimed the winning ticket last week. Don't forget, we'll be back on Fall Challenge Weekend. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, October 17th through the 19th, Fall Challenge Weekend. Check the Claremont Motorsports Park website for full information. It'll be there someday. Here come the Tour Type late models. Aiden White's going to lead them to post. Aiden's in car 5. He's from Claremont. Alan Fellows will share the front row. He's in the F29, I guess. Or the main 29. Superman Aaron Fellows Jr., the 29, starts third. On his outside, Craig Smith, car number 23. Craig's from Newport. Stephen Donahue will start fifth, the 26 out of Graniteville, Vermont. Then Jarrett Curtis, car number 8. He's from Rutland, Vermont. Brandon Gray from East Thetford, Vermont, the 00. Ricky Bly, car number 28. He's from Sunapee. Superman Aaron Fellows, he's going to start 9th. He's your points leader and reigning champion. The 97 is Pat Patton from Belmont. Ryan Bell scheduled to start scratch in car 21. And Ryan's got a points update.
Yeah, we're taking a look at the points. 14 points. 14-1-4. That's what separates Stephen Donahue from the Superman, Aaron Fellows, as we head into a few hot laps.
And beating Aaron Fellows by 4 positions is a tall, tall order here at Claremont Motorsports Park. There aren't many days when 4 cars cross the stripe in front of Aaron Fellows. So I guess it's kind of like a last call of sorts for 50-50 tickets. It's going to be a good jackpot. Stevens Athletics benefiting.
Great opportunity to help some local students with some sports. We all know what's going on. Buy a 50-50 ticket. They're walking through the stands. They're walking through the pits. Wave them down. Can't win if you don't play. Oh, uh-oh. We lost a drive shaft. The 29F, I think. I think that's gonna be Alan Fellows. Has lost his drive shaft. Good thing it's painted white, we can see it.
That's why we have rules.
Oh, got a spring. And they're leaving great stuff out there. Good thing Miss M's on the backstretch. She'd be over there trying to take them all, bring them home and build their own car. For those of you that are looking for some photos of this year, don't forget to check Miss M's Photographic Adventures online. You can see them on Facebook as well. You can buy them online. They come on all types of cool stuff. Check out Miss M's Photographic Adventures for your memories of the 2025 season.
She does a real good job of making me hungry on Facebook as well. She takes very good food pictures.
Yeah, and it's usually like Marsh Brothers Deli, Fraser's, all these places that you really, really want to go to. You got Fraser's Place. Trying to think where else. But there's always those pretty good looking food.
That's the other thing. I was thinking of, our 50-50 tonight benefiting Stevens, and I do occasionally stop at Fraser's Place like every Friday. And they're also offering $2 raffle ticket, or the $2 raffle ticket for a chance to win $500 worth of food at Fraser's. So if you want to support Stevens Athletics and you like food, go buy a raffle ticket at Fraser's Place, $2. Maybe you'll win $500 worth of their food.
Well, that's at least one meal, right, Marco?
Yeah, it's about 25 meals for me. They are very, very, very well priced.
Take fish at that price anytime you can, Marco.
Every Friday.
All right, we got the spring. They got him up on the hook. Fortunately, that is going to be an end of the night for the 29ME or 29F, I believe, as it shows up on our score sheets. Alan Fellows. Elder statement of the Fellows family. We want to thank Casella Waste Services for sponsoring this $5 evening and packing the stands. And we want to thank all of you for coming out. I'm looking right down in front. I see the lovely ladies from Claremont with the 50-50 tickets. They're selling them. They're screaming, get your 50-50 tickets. Let's hear it for them, folks. Let's give the athletics a program. We've got them doubled up. Lights are still on. But they are getting them doubled up.
Yeah. Hey, you're running out of time to buy those 50-50 tickets because they're going to draw it after the modified main event, which is next.
Don't go far because we've got some action on the track for you. Get those 50-50 tickets, folks.
All right. The lights go down on the pace car. Let's try this again. Tour type late models, 35 laps.
We've got White and Fellows Jr. on the stand, on the front row. They're going to bring it out. Chris Horton looks them over. They're racked. They're stacked. They're heading to the 603 Metalworks Collision start zone. Green flag.
Hayden White gets the jump once again, and cousin Chris Smith is quickly up to run second. Look at Donahue make the big early move down the middle, 3 wide, the 26 on the move.
Wasting no time, Donahue knows that he has to get out front and hope that Fellows Senior is stuck towards the back.
He needs to beat Superman by at least 4 positions on the racetrack. That's what he's got right now, but that won't last long when the 29 goes to work. Just biding his time right now. Out in front, Aiden White, car number 5, about 5 car lengths better than that second place battle, as Craig Smith leads Stephen Donahue as they race for second spot.
Donahue is looking down low, looking on the bottom, trying to get a run off at number 2. As they head down the backstretch, he throws it in to turn number 3, thinks better of it. Making it stick, he continues to work that bottom line.
Aiden White continues to lead. Cousin Craig hanging on to second, but Donahue aces turn 2, comes out of turn 3 with the advantage.
Derek Curtis is right there knocking on the door as well as Craig Smith slams the door shut. Ricky Bly has entered the chat as he gets underneath Curtis down the backstretch.
Out in front, Aiden White, car number 5, leads the 26. Stephen Donahue, 3rd belongs to Craig Smith, and they're going door to door for 4th. Give the spot to Bly in the 28.
Bly has brought some friends to the party. Brandon Gray is going to follow him past Curtis, and right behind Gray is the 29 the Superman, Aaron Fellows.
White continues to lead. Donahue trying to chase him down. Stephen Donahue, he's been a contender all year. Looking strong tonight, but he's got to get by car number 5 to have any shot at position number 1 in the championship standings. Right now, one of Donahue's best friends has to be Brandon Gray as he works his way underneath Fellows and into contention with the 00. Tour type late models, everybody's chasing Aiden White. White and Stephen Donahue well in front of that 3rd place battle with Brandon Gray on the inside, moving into 3rd spot.
Gray takes the 3rd spot. Bly follows in behind him, looks underneath, thinks better of it, falls in the line. Smith behind him, Fellows behind Smith as they run. Donahue has closed the gap, and he is at the rear bumper of Aiden White for the lead as the battle heats up at the front.
Fellows just picked up 5th position. He took a spot away from Craig Smith in the 23, and that just about puts him in a spot to clinch the title in car 29.
That's correct, Marco. He needs to be within 4 spots.
Oh, but now Donahue's going for the lead. The
only thing on Donahue's mind, according to his crew earlier today, was Just go out and win. Let whatever else happen. And that's a great mindset to have as a racer.
He's pulling up on the inside of your race-long leader, Aiden White. We're just about halfway through the Tour Type late model main event, and we've got a whale of a battle for position number 1. Aiden White working the high groove. Stephen Donahue down low.
Donahue is going to want to get around him quick. Gray, Bly, and Fellows are on the prowl, and they're coming fast.
Gray definitely gaining on that lead battle.
Caution, flag flies on the backstretch. Aaron Fellows Jr. around on the backstretch. So who does this help, Marco? Is this going to help Aaron Fellows, the Superman, or does this help Donahue? Or neither?
And, you know, should Donahue come out of here with a good restart, it could be a beneficial yellow, but it's kind of hard to bet against Superman when all he has to do is finish within 4 positions of the 26.
Gray was on a mission. He's going to start on the inside of row number 2. He'll have the radical one, Ricky Bly, to his outside. And right behind Gray, though, is the Superman, Aaron Fellows. Donahue is going to be on the outside of White. White seemed to prefer the outside groove. That might help Donahue on this restart.
19 laps have been completed. 16 laps remain in your Tour Type late model feature event. Modifieds and Outlaws still to come.
Double up is the signal from Chris Horton. Lights out, we're going green next time. That is the call from race control as we are going back racing.
Aiden White has led all the way, but he's got Stephen Donahue alongside as they look for green. It waves. Donahue's got the hammer down.
Working that outside groove. He's going to try to make it work. Aiden White slides up. Brandon Gray thinks to make it 3 wide, but thinks better of it. Fly around the outside of White.
In front, Stephen Donahue.
Contact between the 28 and 00 in turn number 2.
Right now, Fellows in 5th position needs 1 more spot to prevent Donahue from stealing the crown. Fellows trying to get by Bly in the 28. Stephen Donahue, he's been a champion at Thunder Road. He's been a champion at Riverside Speedway in Groveton, New Hampshire. Will this be the 3rd Speedway he's earned a late model track championship at? We've got a dozen laps left to find out. Aaron Fellows needs 1 more spot to prevent Donahue from...
We're being told, Marco, right now, because of he is the leader, there's an actual 4-point difference between 1st and 2nd. Fellows will need to finish 3rd or better to win the championship if Donahue takes the win.
Well, I'm glad someone knows how to do the math.
That's who they're paying the big bucks. Somebody up above us.
Oh, look out!
Spinner! Hard contact! Bly and White make hard contact, sending White backwards into the 603 Metalworks collision sign in turn number 3 and 4.
And that kind of makes our mathematical equation semi-moot.
Now the math is working in Fellows' favor. That is not what Donahue wanted. Donahue had checked out. He was probably hoping to go green the rest of the way. Looks like White has that machine fired back up, and he may try to drive it away. That Here we go. Yep, he's pulling maybe, possibly.
Flat.
He is not happy.
Flat right front tire on Bly's number 28, and he'll obviously be headed to the pit area.
White looks like he's going to head to the attention of his crew as well. Either that or he's going to go give Bly a Christmas card. No, he's just giving a wave saying thank you. That was nice of him.
You're number one.
Sportsmanship is there. White is checking out the car, making sure there's no issues, and he's going to take up the rear.
The field prepares for the restart. We've got 10 laps left in the Tour Type late model main event.
Oh, what you got going on? Oh, the 8 is heading pit side. Curtis heads to the pits to the attention of his crew. 25 down, 10 to go, Marco. This should be exciting. We got 3 very, very fast cars in the top 3 right now.
Stephen Donahue out in front, the 26. He's from Graniteville, Vermont, which is basically, 50 feet from Thunder Road.
Oh, Race Day TV has just blessed the watchers with a nice little replay. Looks like Aiden White got a little free coming off of turn number 2, chased it down the back stretch. Just got a little bit loose and a little bit of contact with Bly, sent him up into turn 3-4 wall. We're going to see it again one more time. He gets loose coming out of 2, chases it, makes a little contact with the backstretch wall, comes back down, tries to save it, and just nowhere for Bly to go, really. Not much more he could do there. A little racing incident, as we would call it. Not going to make either of them happy, but Bly is back out. We've got 10 laps to go. It's a 10-lap shootout. Doubled up. They're coming back to lights out. Black flag. We got the black flag being shown to the 28 machine. 28 machine is getting the black flag. They're wrecked, they're stacked. Green flag is out. Side by side, racing hard. The outside groove has prevailed in the past, but Donahue is not giving up easily to Gray as they battle 2 by 2 into turn number 3 and 4. As they come down the front stretch, side by side, door to door. Gray with the advantage at the line. Contact into turn number 1.
Hard racing for position number 1. Brandon Gray on the outside trying to clear the 26, Stephen Donahue. Donahue's having none of that. He fights back down low, but Gray has the advantage entering turn 1.
Fellows in tow. Gray, Donahue, Fellows as they start to pull away from the rest of the field.
Out in front, Brandon Gray, already a visitor to victory lane tonight. Trying to pile up the trophies from Claremont Motorsports Park. The East Thetford, Vermont driver leads Graniteville, Vermont, Stephen Donahue. Meanwhile, your championship battle has tilted in the favor of Superman Aaron Fellows, now 3rd and probably on top of the championship standings. Highly unofficially, less than 5 laps to go for Brandon Gray in front of the Tour Type late model main event.
Gray continues to lead the way. Donahue keeps getting a run, but just can't quite get there as the top 3 pull away. Hatton in 4th, and Smith rounding out your top 5 with Aiden White giving a hard charge, seeing if he can make the last late push to top 5 finish.
Brandon Gray, the 00, now stretching his advantage in front of the field 2 laps remain. 2 to go for the double O. Stephen Donahue second in car 26. Then Aaron Fellows looking like a champion again in car 29. Here's the white flag. 1 to go for Brandon Gray and the rest of the Tour Type late model field. Pat Patton with a fine 4th place run. Cousin Craig Smith is 5th as the checkered flags fly for Brandon Gray in the 00. Gray wins the Tour Type late model main event. Second goes to the 26, Stephen Donahue. Then Aaron Fellows third. That's enough to wrap up a championship, we believe. Pat Patton ends up 4th in the 97, and rounding out the top 5, the 23, Craig Smith. And Brandon Gray is returning to Country Fuels Victory Lane. Gray on a victory lap. Joining him in Country Fuels Victory Lane will be a 2025 Tour Type Late Model Champion already down there. That's Aaron Fellows. Superman. Okay. Brandon Gray parks it in Country Fuels Victory Lane. And we're headed down to Ryan in Victory Lane.
We are down here in Country Fuels Victory Lane with tonight's late model winner, Brandon Gray. He said he'd be back, and he held up his promise. Come around here, Brandon. Yeah, it's not, you're going to have some work for the crew. Hopefully they don't kick the back panel here. You know, you don't want them to be spoiled or anything. Who do you got to thank for this one?
Obviously, it's a busy night. Got to thank my guys. I mean, you guys don't probably understand how much work goes into all these things to make it so we can race Thursday nights, Saturday nights, Friday nights. Truthfully, without them, it wouldn't even be fun. They make it fun for me, and they're wicked loyal, and I can't thank them enough. And my sponsors, Paul Davis Restorations, Chris McKinstry Carpentry, CW Grandsons, obviously, Grant State Power and Equipment. Just a little bit of everybody. It sucks that with 9 cars we're tearing them up like we just did. It is what it is. We got mirrors and we got spotters and we got everything else in these things, and somehow we still run into stuff. So it's kind of loss of words for that. But got to thank everybody, especially Casella. Thank you guys for putting it on. Great seeing some fans in the thing. If anyone's over there having a beer, have one for me. I'm thirsty, and want to just say thanks to my guys again, and thanks to the racetrack.
All right, well, we've got a little trophy presentation for you from Casella right here. Come on over, bud. Go and give him the trophy. All right. They're going to get a photo. We're going to get a quick second here. Awesome. That's a moment there. We're all about moments here at Claremont Motorsports Park. We're going to head down the track a little ways as we prepare to talk with our 2025 Tour Type Late Model Champion, Aaron Fellows. Aaron, that could have been a lot worse. They got a little help there at the end. I'm not sure if you realize how close the championship was not yours until that little contact there. when Donahue was leading, you were out of the championship for a few laps there. Any thoughts on that?
Yeah, it was 14 points, and we were counting him throughout the whole race there. I knew if he won, I had to finish third, so we were just cruising. A lot of guys in front of us there, up in the wall, but that's the way it goes. We're card counting tonight, and it worked in our favor. Stevens, one hell of a champion. He's won at Thunder Road. He's done a lot so far in a very short career he's had. I respect them, his dad, everybody. At some point the tables will be turned. I'm sure he's going to be one of the first ones to congratulate me the same way I would do to him because he's a true champion. But I got to thank all my crew. Everybody's done a heck of a job this year. Little card counts. We still work every bit as hard. Stevens made it tough on us. We couldn't just ride every week. It came 6 points coming into the night, and, we capitalized in the heat race there and came in and just rode the first half. Things worked in our favor. Sometimes it works into ours. Sometimes it doesn't. But I got to thank everybody here. Enjoyed racing here all year long. Everybody up in the beer tent. Hopefully you have one for me. Everybody else, whether you're Aaron Fellows fan or not, thank you. I appreciate it. It's been a wonderful, 25 years coming here, and hopefully we have another 25 enjoying with a younger generation like Brandon, Steven, everybody. Thank all my sponsors, Proceed Hydro Seeding, Victor Branch Concrete, La Valley Building Supplies, all my guys, family, everybody. It takes such a dedication to do this. People don't understand. My only race was 6 race cars, but every championship is as hard as it gets. Thank you.
Awesome. Congratulations. One more time for Superman Aaron Fellows.
All right. Brandon Gray, your race winner. Aaron Fellows, you're a tour type late model champion. And they should be back for Fall Challenge weekend. Tell your friends, mark your calendar. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, October 17th, 18th, and 19th. It's Fall Challenge weekend. Right here at Claremont Motorsports Park. Check the website for more information as the dates get closer. All right, one last championship shot for Miss M, and we're gonna roll some more race cars. 604 Modifieds, the Acertec Tire and Auto Modifieds. Rolling out next.
East Tex Modifieds roll onto the track as we look at tonight's starting lineup.
Andrew Brousseau, the hometown Claremont racer, starts from the pole. He's in the 81 that looks like a 1, honoring Dad. Tyler Leary out of Hatfield, Mass. will share the front row. Tyler's in car number 11.
Row number 2. They call them Goldilocks. That's Cole Littlewood in the 1X. To his outside, it's gonna be the number 3 car with a number 8 on it on the track. That's Claremont, New Hampshire's Jeff Murray.
Brian Roby, the points leader and soon-to-be champion in the Bar Harbor Bank and Trust, car number 25. He'll start 5th, and Nick Nahodl, the 77 out of Arlington, Vermont, shares the 3rd row.
In the 27 out of Irving, Massachusetts, it's Daniel Petrowick in car number 27. And he will start shotgun on the field. We got hot laps. As the caution's going to come back out, they're going to get them stacked back up, and we're going to try to get them sent off very, very quickly here. They wave to them. They're going to try to double them up and go lights out this time, keep the heat in those tires, and get them bound green. Double up, here we go. There's the sign. Lights are out. Pace car shuts their lights off. We're going racing next time, Marco.
35 laps is the apparent scheduled distance for the 604 modifieds. Brusso inside, Leary outside, looking for green. And we're underway. Tyler Leary on the outside, trying to grab the early lead away from Andrew Brusso.
Making that top side work. Leary in the 11 goes to work as he takes the top spot.
The 77 having his difficulties.
Trying to take a shortcut. I think that's a no-no, Marco. But the race continues. We got Murray and Littlewood with Roby right behind them.
Littlewood working the low groove. But it's Murray on the outside, moving up into 3rd position. Behind him, Roby, the 25, starts to go to work in the Bar Harbor Bank car.
Leary and Moroso have checked out and start to pull away. Roby makes the dive under out of 2 for the 3rd spot as he takes it control heading into 3 and 4.
Well, let's see if he can reel in the front 2 as Tyler Leary sets the pace. Car number 11. Right now, he's about 2 seconds in front of Roby, the 3rd place machine. Well, let's see if Roby can slice into that lead.
Current battle on the track is for 4th between Murray and Littlewood as they go side by side. We're going to have lap traffic here momentarily for the leaders.
And dare we say erratic lap traffic, as the passing flag is displayed.
High, low, which way will he go? Hey, Marco.
Out in front, Tyler Leary sets the pace. Andrew Brusso 2nd. Roby trying to close the gap, but he is not gaining too much ground on the front 2.
High, low, which will he go? Will he stay high as the leaders go by? They make it underneath him. Murray and Littlewood as they battle for the 4th spot. The battle for the lead is heating up as Baruso is all over the back of Leary's number 11 machine.
Roby is slowly chipping away at the advantage. Riding 3rd in the 25. Roby ended the night with a 40-plus point advantage, and It would basically take a failure in the tech line to take the title away from the 25. Side by side for fourth.
The battle for fourth is where it's at, fans, as we see them going back and forth. They're dicing and dodging, high, low, back and forth, as Littlewood and Murray put on a show for you.
Out in front, Tyler Leary starting to build the lead. He had Andrew Brusso on his rear bumper for most of the first half of this event, but now Leary starting to pull away in a car 11. Brian Roby runs third. He's slowly gaining on the front two in car number 25.
Leary has started to find a little distance through Barassa, but Roby is gaining on both of them as they're about to catch another lap of traffic halfway this time.
18 down, 17 to go. Tyler Leary in front. Andrew Brusso second, and Roby is closing in on the lead tandem. Brian Roby, the 25, trying to wrap up his championship with the victory as he moves in to challenge second place Andrew Brusso. 20 laps have been completed.
Battle for second down the backstretch. Roby and Brusso. Roby shoots it on in there as they go around the lap car of the 77 and takes a second spot.
Let's see how quickly he can reel in Tyler Leary, if at all. Leary trying to turn up the jets in car number 11 as Roby wants to go out a winner.
The top three head down the front stretch. 1, 2, 3. We got Leary, Roby, and Brusso. Littlewood and Murray round out the top five. They're spread out a little bit, and I was waiting. We're getting sparks coming down the front stretches. A little bit of contact with the wall from Roby, but that does not seem to be slowing him down.
10 laps to go. Leary still leading. Roby, though, right up to the rear bumper of the 11 as they enter turn 3.
Leary and Roby bumper to bumper as they approach the lap car of Ryan Bell. Will Roby try it again and use the lap car to get around Leary?
Laps ticking away, only 8 to go at the line. Leary in the 11, Roby the 25, battling for position number 1.
Clear the lap traffic, and they continue bumper to bumper down the front stretch. Leary and Roby, battle ensues for the top spot.
6 laps will be left when they get to the line. Roby now looking for a lane to get underneath Leary in the 11. He's got him in turn number 2.
Leary tries the crossover move, but gets a little low and gets in the dirt and gets himself a little sideways. Roby has taken the lead with 5 to go.
Leary now second. Brusso a distant third in the 1. Then Littlewood and Murray rounding out the top 5. Roby going for his 30th win of the season. I'm only slightly exaggerating.
I think it's 29, so it's not that much of an exaggeration, Marco.
To go. 2 to go for Brian Roby, Tyler Leary, Andrew Brusso. Your top 3. Littlewood and Murray still the top 5 is Roby. takes the white flag. 1 lap to go. And the 604 modifieds, the Ace Attacks modifieds, all chase Brian Roby once again. Roby's your winner in the 604 modified. Second goes to the 11, Tyler Leary, then Andrew Brusso. Crosses the line third in the one, that's the 81. The other number 1, Cole Littlewood, ends up fourth in car 1, rounding out the top 5, Jeff Murray. In car 3, and your race winner goes to Country Fuels Victory Lane, where he's also the champion. Only 1 modified celebrating tonight. It's Brian Roby, the Bar Harbor Bank and Trust car. All right, Brian Roby will take the victory lap, carrying the checkered with car number 25. He's making both appearances in Country Fuels Victory Lane as the race winner, as the track champion. And once again, the 25 Bar Harbor Bank Modified is parked in Victory Lane. We're going to go trackside with Ryan Lawless. All right. Hey, 50-50 is worth $1,605. I think Brian Roby's going to make somebody very happy.
We are down in Country Fuels Victory Lane with a familiar face. As he climbs from the car, folks, let him hear it. Brian Roby is tonight's winner. Brian Roby is also our 2025 Ace Tax 604 Modified champion. Let's let him hear it one more time, Claremont! Brian, congratulations. What a season. Obviously, it's not done yet. You got plenty more races to go, but let's talk a little bit about tonight. Who do you got to thank?
Bar Harbor Bank and Trust, first and foremost, letting us come out here and do this. Maurice Enterprises, RHR Construction, Boucher Acoustic, Andy Speed, Hirschman Speed, Charlton Performance. List goes on. And most importantly, all these people standing right here, everybody that helps me out week to week, get here and get to come out and do this. Tonight we only put one tire. I think most people had more than that, and the track really didn't have a lot of grip. So that was more of a challenge there. And it made for an entertaining race, but I wasn't quite sure we were going to get to the front. So I'll take it. We managed to hold on to it there and get to the front. And so a good way to wrap it up. You always want to win on championship night, anyways. But it's been a phenomenal year here, and we certainly can't complain.
Awesome. Where can fans see you next in action?
All right, so tomorrow we will be at Star Speedway for the Modified Racing Series race. That is early in the afternoon, approximately 5:30. And then we're going to try, if the stars align, we're going to try to get from there after the feature across the state to Monadnock to run this the last time there for the championship night in the third Triple Crown race. So it's going to be a heck of a day tomorrow.
Awesome. Can fans follow you on Facebook with that, see the journey you're taking?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we're going to do our best to film as much of it as we can, and obviously pictures and updates wherever possible. But Roby Motorsports on Facebook, probably the best way to follow us. We're on Instagram, all the other social media outlets as well. We'll try to get as many updates as we can throughout the day following the adventure, but it's going to be an adventure either way.
Awesome. Well, we're going to wrap it up down here with Casella Waste Night. We got Victory Lane, but before we go, Brian, you have to make somebody's night. We are going to draw the 50-50. Again, what was the total? What is somebody taking home tonight?
$1,605 is going home to one lucky winner. And I'd love to say thank you to Mike Parks and Claremont Motorsports Park for allowing this. All of the 50-50 money tonight is going back to Stevens Athletics and extracurriculars. So thank you so much. All right, Brian, it's all you.
All right, Brian, let's make somebody's night. They're going home with over $1,000. If you're the winning ticket, you can go to the souvenir booth. Okay. Somebody from a pit ticket window. It's a yellow ticket.
917036.
So one more time, your winning ticket, yellow ticket 917036. Again, 917036. We're going to head up top to Marco as we still have Outlaws coming up next.
Yes, indeed. Outlaw late models to wrap things up on Casella Championship Night. Thanks to Casella Waste Systems again for bringing us $5 Friday on Championship Night. Once again, you're winning 50-50 ticket, a yellow ticket, 917036. It's worth $1,605. All right, Brian Roby, your champion in the 604 Modifieds, the Ace of Tex Auto and Tire 604 Modifieds. Wrapping things up in Country Fuels of Victory Lane. Your modified winner, your modified champion. And we're going to wrap things up with the Outlaw late models. All right. And we understand somebody is actually ready to claim the 50-50 money, unlike last week. So congratulations to our lucky 50-50 winner. Maybe somebody's going to end up with tires on their car for Fall Challenge weekend.
Or somebody's going to have a really good night in the Turn 1 Tavern. Let's take a quick look at our point standings. Coming in tonight, our points leader, the 77, Cam Curtis, has a 14-point lead over the 00, Ben Poland. And now we turn to our Outlaw starting lineup.
Josh Ruel from Leinster has the pole. He'll be in car number 28, and on the outside of the front row, out of Windsor, it's Steve Bly.
Starting in row 2, in car number 79, out of Enfield, New Hampshire, it's Trevor Rock. To his outside, Canaan, New Hampshire's Robbie Streeter, driving the 09 Streeter Construction Machine.
All right, Cam Curtis. Yeah, they say 7's a while. The 77 Curtis out of Baltimore, Vermont, and he'll share row 3 with Charlestown's Ben Poland in the 00.
Row number 4 brings you Claremont, New Hampshire's Tyler Gordon, car number 15. That's the 15, the prettier one. And who is outside in the 4 Vermont? From Muscatney, Vermont, it's the Weasel, Chris Rindo.
Ben Lambert from Cavendish, Vermont drives car number 2. He's starting 9th. And then last year's champion and last week's feature winner, Guy Karen, car number 8, starting 10th.
Row number 6 in the 15 L, it's Eric Lanou from Sunapee, New Hampshire. And to his outside, it's Ricky Morocco in 7 Mass from Drake, Massachusetts. As we get some hot laps, we get some heat in these tires.
30 laps is the race distance. Outlaw late models to wrap things up on Casella Waste Systems Championship night. A $5 Friday at Claremont Motorsports Park. Thanks for joining us. And we hope you enjoyed us on Race Day TV as well.
What a way to kick off your weekend. There's more racing action throughout New England. Support local short tracks. We have this one race left tonight, but we will be back in action in October. So stay close to social media as we release those schedules. You're not going to want to miss the fall final weekend here at Claremont Motorsports Park. As the caution flag flies, they're going to get them doubled up, they're going to get them racked, they're going to get them stacked so we can go racing.
That's right. Join us for Fall Challenge Weekend. Tell your friends. October 17th, 18th, 19th, 3 days of action, 3 days of fun at Claremont Motorsports Park.
Lights are out on the pace car. Lights are off around the track. We are going outlaw late model racing. We have them racked. We have them stacked. We're heading to the 603 collision start zone. We are green.
Josh Ruel on the inside, working the high groove. Stephen Bly, car number 10, Bly.
3 wide, Curtis makes it.
Curtis has been spectacular on the starts tonight.
A little more patience. This is a 35-lap race, my friend. 35 laps. You're not going to win it on lap 1, but you can definitely lose it.
Yeah, it's 30 laps, but it's the same philosophy.
Yeah, well, the lap counter on the screen is wrong, too. Technical difficulties.
All right, we just have nothing that agrees, and frankly, neither one of us knows how long the race is.
Well, we'll tell you when we're halfway, and we'll know about then how many laps the race is. Right, Marco? That will tell us.
That's about it.
But in the meantime, we got some dicing and slicing going on the track. The 8 dives it in underneath the 09 of Streeter. We got a battle for the lead as Poland rockets to the front.
Yeah, not much of a battle. That 00 is hooked up tonight, and he's well on his way to making this one entertaining. Well, whatever. Guy Karen is flying up through the field as well. He's made a little bit of contact there in that battle for second and third. But he has worked his way into second position. Can he chase down Poland as Karen moves into position number 2?
With Poland at the point, Cam Curtis needs to finish third or better to win the championship.
And right now he is moving into position number 3 as he gets by Bly in the 10.
He wrestled it away. He threw it in there, gave him the little shimmy and shake, and took it away. Streeter's looking to follow him around as he starts to apply pressure to the 10 of Bly.
Out in front, Ben Poland is all alone. The 00, about a half straightaway better than last week's winner and last year's champion, Guy Karen.
Caution flag flies. That looks to be the 28 of Rule. And that's come to rest on top of turn number 2. Not sure. Looks like a left rear flat. The pole is kind of in our way on the race day stream, so I can't be certain. Yeah, I'm going to say it's a left rear flat. I hate to speculate.
Well, that's mighty unlike my regular partner.
Yeah, you know, I like to deal in facts. Like, we're both here.
8 laps have been completed. We think 22 remain, but then again, it might be 27.
We're going to go until the checker flag flies. As a wise man once said at Daytona, I'm not lifting until I see Jesus or the checkered flag. And I think that's what we're going to do with this feature event. We want to again thank Casella Waste Management for sponsoring this evening and offering $5 night here on Championship Night. We also want to again thank all of you lovely, wonderful fans for coming out and supporting, all you drivers, all of our sponsors on the backstretch, all the sponsors on the car. Without each and every one of you, we could not make this happen. Thank you all once again for being a part of Claremont Motorsports Park in 2025, but we're not done. We still have Fall Final Weekend in October. You're not going to want to miss it. We want to thank you all for sticking with us through the entire racing program this evening. These Outlaws are not done yet.
Ben Poland entered tonight about 10 points behind your points leader, Cam Curtis. Right now, he leads the race.
Chief starter Chris Horton is giving the double up sign. He is telling the field to double up this time. We're uncertain if the lights are going out. If we're just doubling them up, we're going to wait and see. Lights are out, double up, we're going back racing. Poland, Karen, side by side as they enter the 603 Metal Works Collision restart zone. Poland looks to get their advantage. He fires off green flag. We're back racing.
Ben Poland, the 00, continues to lead, but look who's up to second. As we said, every restart he gets better.
Oh, Karen goes around the field, stacks up, and we're wrecking in turn number 4. We have a parking lot in turn number 4. That is a no parking zone, folks. No parking in turn number 4. We're going to get the cleanup crew out there. The safety crew is going to roll out there and get this cleaned up. It looks like I see some fluid. They're going to have to throw some speedy dry down. Tyler Lesgord, Trevor Rock, Ben Lambert, a few others pulled away. Looks like Eric Lanou.
Tough break for Lesgord, who was tied for third in the standings entering the main event, or entering tonight's action.
In that Casella sponsored car, he's going to make his way pit side, see if they might be able to get him cleaned up and send him back out. So, we got a quick replay here. Not really clear from that angle if the 4 got into the 8 or if the 8 just got sideways. I couldn't tell, Marco. We're going to go with, we don't know. As Chester and his crew get the hooks on the 79 of Rock. Field gets looked over, realign things, make sure everything is where it needs to be. Well, it looks like the 4 of Chris Rindeau was also involved in that by the replay. Looks like he's going to be able to continue.
All right. right, 10 laps have been completed. Trevor Rock, 79, going up on the hook. Speedy Dry going down on the racing surface inside of turn number 4. Ben Poland's your race leader. He still has championship hopes. Entered the night 10 points out of the lead.
Entered the feature 10 points as well after heat racing. Cam Curtis currently leads the points, and he is sitting in the second spot. He had a great restart last time. It's going to be interesting to see what he can do on the outside of Poland on this restart, especially as we look. Some of that Speedy Dry is kind of in the refiring zone for the leader. They're going to want to make sure he gets that worked in extra well before we go back racing.
Final event of the evening on Casella Waste Management Night. Have I told you they've been in business for 50 years?
Not in the last 15 to 20 minutes. I don't think you have. I would say that was not something you said recently, but I did hear it tonight. So if you're looking for something else to do this weekend, Sunday, sister track Hudson Speedway has their championship event going on. Feel free to pop over there, give them a check out. If you're really looking for something to do tomorrow night, I hear our friend Marco is making the trip up to Bangor, Speedway 95 with the Granite State Pro Stock. That's a drive and a half.
Yeah, it's only about 5 hours from here.
That's nothing.
Oh, not much air left in the tires on that 79 as they haul it back into the pit area.
Wonder if he forgot to put the fall air in that. All the summer air ran out.
Hey, we're up to 9 laps.
I think we lost one.
26 laps to go. Outlaws.
We're 21. We're not sure.
Yeah, we'll go with the race day screen. Yes. My electronic scoreboard says 26 and the piece of paper says 21, so I'll go with the electronics.
More probable somebody hit the wrong number on one of those. If I was a betting man, I'd say one of them's wrong.
All right, Weasel's back.
Lescord has made the trek back out as well. Lescord and Bly entered the evening tied for third.
Oh yeah. Right now, Lescord's got his work cut out for him because Bly is running third.
All right, double up is the signal from the flag stand. All right, this is going to be an interesting start. Poland's going to want to come a little higher than he normally does on this restart because of that Speedy Dry. Curtis on the outside. All Curtis has to do is be one spot behind Poland to win the championship. Entering the 603 Metal Works, Collision Works restart zone. Green flag! Poland leaned hard on Curtis.
He got mighty wide, but it wasn't wide enough to keep Curtis behind him. Cam Curtis. The duck got, I can't even say it.
It was worth a try. The Lucky Sevens are rolling tonight.
The duck got club number 77. Yeah, we finally get it out.
There we go. Poland looking to go back to the lead. He dives it down underneath. Washes up a little bit. Can't complete the pass, but he's still there on the inside. The battle for the lead. Poland takes the top spot back away from Curtis. They run 1-2. Streeter runs in third. Chris Rindeau runs in fourth. With Bly in fifth.
Out in front, Ben Poland, and he needs to win it if he wants a shot at the title, and he needs some help because Cam Curtis is second, and if he finishes there, he wraps up the title. Poland won the crown 2 years ago. Curtis looking for his first championship in the division. We're halfway. 15 down, 15 to go, they say.
The paper was right.
Ben Poland, the 00 on a Sunday cruise, and it's only Friday night. The 00 leads the 77 Curtis and the 09 Streeter in the Outlaw Late Models. Car number 4, Chris Riendo, running in 4th position. And as we mentioned, his sponsor has him on the menu at Fraser's Place. Go get yourself a Weasel Burger. It's worth every penny.
How many pennies is it?
Well, a few thousand, but...
Poland. Oh, around goes Lanu. He spins it around. Kenny, caution flag flies.
Just about 10 laps remain in the Outlaw Late Model main event. The field crosses over, doubles up, all that good stuff. Ben Poland, the 00. Cam Curtis, the 77. Curtis has been magic on the restarts. 10 laps to go. We're back underway.
Green flag as Poland tries to run him up again, but Curtis holds his line. Contact, crossover move down the backstretch. Curtis can either thinks better of it, can't quite get it there.
Streeter's third, Riendo's fourth, but the front two are pulling away from the rest of the field. Poland, your leader. A couple car lengths better than the Baltimore driver, Cam Curtis. 8 laps to go as Lanu has problems once again. Poland leads it. Curtis is second, but that's enough to claim the crown if he can stay there. Robbie Streeter third in front of Chris Riendo. And the 10, Stephen Bly.
Well, I'm seeing 10 to go being given on the flag stand.
You see, so
no one can count.
That's it. No one can make up their mind either.
As I said, we're racing until we see the checkered flag, then we'll end it.
It's not going to make a difference anyway.
We're just up here having some fun tonight, Marco.
Yeah.
It's been a pleasure. Thanks for having me up here with you.
We'll both learn how to count if we do this every week.
As long as I don't have to take off my shoes, we will be okay.
All right. 7 laps to go, or is it 2? Outlaws, and everybody's chasing Ben Poland.
The new is around. Can he get it fired up? He does. He keeps it moving, keeps it moving. We're staying green.
Well, it's no longer moving. We've got 5 laps to go.
He's hiding behind a pole. He should be okay.
Ben Poland stretching his lead in front of Cam Curtis. We're going to have like a mile left in the race when the 00 crosses the start-finish line. 3 laps to go. Cam Curtis on his way to a championship in a couple of laps if he can stay on the racing surface.
Obstacle stinks. Less than 2 laps to go. We're figuring this counting thing out, Marco. It took us all night, but we have done it.
You've ruined my night. We made it all the way until now without popsicle sticks being on the PA.
What are you talking about? I called it during a heat race. You were probably taking a nap.
Yeah. I know someone that says it every time those flags go up. All right, the checkers are falling for Ben Poland. He's your winner. Poland in the 00 prevails. Second goes to the 77, Cam Curtis. He's going to wear the crown. Robbie Streeter's third in the 09. Then Chris Riendo, the 4. And Stephen Bly rounds out the top 5. He drives car number 10. And Country Fuels of Victory Lane is going to host Ben Poland and Cam Curtis. All right, Poland wisely waiting a couple seconds before getting his lap of honor underway. There he goes, carrying the checkered flag, your outlaw, late model winner, Ben Poland. Cam Curtis already stopping by Country Fuels Victory Lane. He is your 2025 Claremont Motorsports Park Outlaw Late Model Champion. And if you're leaving, thanks for joining us. Hope to see you at the Fall Challenge coming up Friday through Sunday, October 17th, 18th, and 19th. Thanks for joining us on Casella Waste Management $5 Friday Championship Night. Ben Poland returns the checkered flag, has a little discussion, and hands off the checkered flag to your champion. Cam Curtis takes a championship Polish victory lap. 7's a wild, and Curtis is your champion. We're going to go down to Country Fuels Victory Lane. Ryan Lawless will be there with our champion and our winner, Ryan. All right, let's go trackside. Ryan Lawless is in Country Fuels Victory Lane with our winner and champion.
Country Fuels Victory Lane, Claremont Motorsports Park. Let Ben Poland, tonight's Outlaw Late Model winner, hear you. Awesome job, Ben. Awesome job. Come around front here. Oh, does somebody want to? Nah, we'll leave the Casella trophy over there so it doesn't get broken. You got the hat on anyways. Who do we need to thank tonight? Your car looked awesome. Who do we thank?
First and foremost, my dad. My dad and my uncle. This is a family affair. It's all about spending time together as a family and having a little fun along the way.
Awesome. Came up just short on the championship tonight, but I mean, you went out, did what you could do to control it. Anything you want to say about that?
I came out looking for this thing in my hand, and I have it in my hand at the end of the night. That's all I can do.
Awesome. Congratulations on the win, and have fun celebrating with your family.
Thank you.
All right. We are going to trickle our way down to talk to this young man who hopefully doesn't swear too much because we are broadcasting live. The Outlaw Late Model Champion for Claremont Motorsports Park in 2025, Cam Curtis. Wow, none of your family booed you. That's nice. Who do we need to thank for this, Cam?
Everybody standing right here, everybody at home, my dad for putting in countless hours every week, and the time we spent the last 11 years trying to do this. This one's definitely bittersweet. I think we deserved one of these about 4 years ago, but we got it now. So I just can't thank Maybelline's Diner enough, Purcell Landscaping, Anderson's Property Service, Route 103 Auto, Mike Parks for putting this whole thing on, my car owner, Cody Wright, Craig for spotting every week, PP Tanner, Rory, my girlfriend Lexi, my mom, my dad, and my grandparents for coming out every week, my sister, Tickles, and Andy, and all these people, my dad especially. And yeah, it's just good to finally have one of these.
Awesome. Well, congratulations, Cam. One more time, Cam Curtis, your 2025 Outlaw Late Model Champion. As we wrap up tonight from Claremont Motorsports Park, we want to thank you on behalf of General Manager Mike Parks, Chief Starter Chris Horton, and the entire crew. Marco, anything left for you to say?
Hey, just be sure to join us for Fall Challenge Weekend coming up Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, October 17th, 18th, and 19th.